But apparently Blair White has been harassing a lot of her like exes and a bunch of other shit.
Uh, do you mean Blair from Illuminati?
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
Blair White,
Oh,
the
oh, is it two
trans
different people?
woman?
My mistake. I don't know who I'm talking about then, I guess. Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm not.
no.
Yeah.
Blair White, if I'm being honest, is more attractive than the Blair from the Illuminati. I mean, I don't think she has a Virginia yet, still, but
Oh, okay,
so the
that's
Blair
good.
from the Illuminati.
Yeah, so apparently
Yeah,
there's somebody
Illuminati's
named
kind of
Blair
fat,
from the
now she has a
Illuminati
Virginia
who's like
yet,
harassing all her
still, but
exes. Oh, okay,
so the
that's
Blair
good.
from the
Fucking them all
Illuminati.
over. Yeah, so
Yeah, she's
apparently
well,
there's somebody.
Illuminati. Oh yeah, yeah. No, I've been following it for a while, dude.
Yeah, it seems
Yeah,
like
it's
pretty
fucking nuts.
crazy.
Yeah, the guy that he mentions in that Dear Illuminati one, Matt Catster. Yeah, that guy does a lot of, like he's a lawyer, I guess. And he does a lot of the coverage of all the insane fucking legal shit that she's pulling. Like, basically, she doesn't really have any evidence for what she's fucking claiming, right? So she's left like leaves the shit incredibly vague. And then like the judge, I assume the courts. Well, first of all, anytime, at least the initial complaint before going to trial, they kind of have to grant all the claims made by the person. They have to view it in the best possible light, basically. Like kind of assume it's all true when somebody files a, a lawsuit like that.
Huh.
But basically, they've given her two chances. They're like, you need to amend this and actually like include some proof. You know what I mean? Like
Oh, like some
everything
actual
was kind of
evidence of
very
what you're
vague.
claiming?
Yeah, yeah, like a link to whatever a screenshot of what she's talking about. So there's been two amended complaints from the original shitty one that was inadequate. Um, and she still hasn't. All she really did was like add more claims on without any further evidence. You know what I mean? Like she was really just supposed to fucking provide some evidence for the claims that she had already made, but she instead of doing that, she just threw more claims in without evidence.
Huh.
But yeah, it's absolutely harassment, and it's insane to think that the dude's responsible for her fucking downfall. It's her own, like it's her own
Oh, yeah,
fucking
yeah, yeah.
fault.
Well, inevitably
It's
on the
really
internet,
stupid
that's
shit.
like the one thing you can guarantee is that 99% of the time, people that have like these big dramatic downfalls, they fucked themselves over. Like they did, no one did it to them. They almost
Yeah,
always did it to themselves. It's just like,
yeah. Do you know? Do you
yeah.
you know how it started on this one in particular?
No, no, because I was confused about who it was, obviously. So I'm really, I just saw this
Okay,
video in
yeah.
my feed and watched like 20, 30 minutes of it before.
Yeah. So basically, for whatever reason, she decided to accuse Legal Eagle and his editors of stealing her editor's editorial style for videos or whatever. And it's some real basic shit. And
Oh
basically,
wow.
like her proof was like, look, they look at this. See, this proves they stole it. They were asking about specific like techniques or whatever. And like, yeah, it happens a lot apparently, like fucking constantly. And YouTube, like, hey, how'd you do this? Do you mind telling me how this worked or how you did this? Like that kind of shit, like editor
Mm-hmm.
to editor. Um, so it's basically that pretty fucking general
You
shit.
can't
But
really
she's using
own
that
an
as claims.
editorial style, though.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what I
She's like,
mean?
no,
Like
look, you
it's
did the
it's
Rick
it's one of those
Paper
things where it's
thing.
like it's just too vague of a thing to legally have a like a
Yeah,
copyright or
yeah,
well, whatever claim of any. What do we even call that? Because it's such a yeah that just doesn't make any sense because it's like you can't
yeah,
like
yeah.
you
It
just
was
can't own
exceptionally
that.
stupid. Yeah, and the target she decided to go after was a fucking lawyer. which is especially brilliant.
Smart choice. Lawyers are usually the ones you want to target with frivolous lawsuits. They really appreciate it, and it tends to
Yeah,
confound them. Like they just don't know
yeah.
what
So I
to
mean,
do.
even yeah, they have no idea what they could possibly do in response. Yeah, but like he didn't even like go after like in court. He was just like pointed it out, and then people started digging into more and more of her fucking bullshit. And yeah, plagiarism. Yeah, a lot of shit. She's fucking horrible. A truly fucking disgusting person.
That's
And
really
yeah, she's basically
unfortunate.
going after her ex. It's funny because she like blames him or accuses him of just being like a jealous ex or that kind of thing. And it's pretty obvious like that's a big chunk of what she's doing to him. The other people just fucking she's pissed that they dare to point out the shit she absolutely did. So she's fucking hitting them with the lawsuits because she's like, yeah, you're not going to be able to afford it, so better just stop. But then
Yeah,
he got obviously that dude, the guy that did that video, did like a GoFundMe or whatever the fuck, and got plenty of money to, at least initially,
one would hope so.
to
One
keep
would
up with
hope
court
so.
cases. Yeah, yeah. Although again, it's still like she keeps doing this the amended complaint shit and keeping it going, keeping it going. So every time that happens, dude's lawyer has to fucking respond, and he's going to get paid. I think he had said at one point that he's charging like half the rate just to have his normal lawyer rates, and even then, it's still like over 40 grand has been fucking it's cost the dude. But yeah, she's pretty gross.
Yeah, weird.
Yeah, and then it's again, yeah, and she's yeah. The other thing is she fucking like apparently kind of stronged arm them when they were together to fucking sign off on the loan for the house and have it exclusively in his name basically. And I think he actually mentions it in that video where he's like, yeah, she knew there was no way I could pay this back. You know what I mean? Like there's no like she made sure I did not have enough money to pay this.
Oh, so it was
So
sort of
yeah, I think
like
he
it
had to
was a
do
way.
that.
It was more of a. Here's one way I can control this person rather than this is the way I can help this person.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it was never meant
yeah. It
as
was
like
basically
I want you to have a place to live, so I'm going to help you out with this, and you can like have your house and then pay
no, it
me
was
back.
essentially
It was like I want this as a way I can basically have a fucking rope tied around your fucking
yeah, control.
ankles. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and also if anything did go bad, it wouldn't be on her credit or anything. It would be him defaulting. So yeah, that kind of shit.
Wow, that's really fucked up.
Yeah, she's fucking
Man,
disgusting, dude.
there's a lot of crazy shit that happens with creators on YouTube. Like they have some wacky relationships. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, they really love their little tiny nugget of power, dude. Like they really love to wield that little tiny nugget of power, man.
yeah, this is crazy.
Yeah,
I
it's
wonder if it's
amazing.
worth it.
Little pull it takes for people to be like corrupted by it.
Yeah. Yeah. What is it?
Yeah, yeah, I posted a pic of her. It's one of the more flattering pictures of her, actually.
Oh, you posted a picture of her. That's funny. Where
Give me an idea.
it hasn't gone through,
Okay, the last class.
unless you put it in golden retrievers, and I don't see it there
Oh,
either.
what the fuck? Yeah, no, it's in general. It's still sending for some reason.
Oh, just
The
taking a really
fuck,
long time
man.
to load up. Fair enough.
Yeah,
Man.
yeah. With the oh, of course. Why would I know that? Well, I think that the fucking mobile data works better than the fucking Wi-Fi.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's weird.
Yeah, it's pretty nuts.
Of course, for me, I don't want to use
Yeah,
mobile data because then where I work would know what I was doing with my phone all night. Not that like watching YouTube is that exciting, but I don't want to fuck anything up. You know what I mean? Like I don't want them to give them any sort of fuel that they could use to like terminate me or something stupid for bullshit.
right. Yeah.
My mom's tripping on data harvesting now, which is fair. So fucking last night, we ordered pizza. Like my mom ordered pizza from like I think it's Five Guys or something like that, or Mike's or something like. Yeah, Mike's Mountain Mike's Pizza or something like that. And what was it? She ordered it for takeout by accident. She meant to have it delivered because she was way too high and I was too high. There was no way either of us was gonna go pick it up. But somehow the pizza place got like my little sister's number and called her, even though she's never ordered pizza from that place before.
Oh wow!
Like, so she's never called them or done business with them. Literally, just straight somehow just got her fucking phone number and called her to ask for my mom because they wanted to find out like what was what was going on or to get it all fixed up because my mom had to like call and get it changed over to delivery, which was
right.
A whole big fucking farce, pain in the ass kind of thing of its own. But it was just like, how the fuck did they get my sister's number?
Yeah, that's fucking creepy.
Right? And so I understand why they're like a little tripping on data harvesting right now, because I'd be a little fucking concerned too.
Yeah, that's again very odd. A pizza company, like, dude, yeah, it'd be creepy even if it was a government. Like, it would be a little creepy. But the fact that just a pizza place can pull that off.
Yeah, and you got to kind of wonder, like, how exactly does the pizza place pull that off? Like, who's giving them that information? That's like really concerning.
Yeah. That one just never loaded.
No, it just never went through. You missed my clip of the motorcyclist who's filling their gas tank by pouring it from like 4 feet away.
Oh yeah.
I'm like, man, I'm having a hard time thinking of something stupider to do.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I'm like, cool, dude. Fucking, you're the greatest. Very impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, they're going to fill their tank way too full because it's supposed to have a cutoff at the end of the fucking pipe. It's not supposed to fill all the way up to the top anyway. And then it's going to get all over their motorcycle and all over the fucking ground. And there's going to be a huge fire hazard and all sorts of fucking chemicals out there making people sick. It's like, goddamn. Oh, more drama with Tiffany Henyard. So you remember Beetlejuice?
Oh yeah, the mayor. Yeah,
Lightfoot?
Yeah, I saw it.
She went to
she
fucking.
Cut her mic.
Yeah, she cut the fucking Beetlejuice's microphone when Beetlejuice showed up, and I'm like, how the fuck?
That's fucking crazy.
How corrupt do you gotta be to get somebody that corrupt to come down and talk about how you're the one that's a problem?
Yeah.
I thought that shit was funny.
Yeah.
I don't.
Dude,
it doesn't want to open.
Funny. Yeah, dude, it's been doing this to me lately. Some of the shit I post, it's just making it like a separate download or something.
Yeah, but it's like, I don't know, you're not posting the picture, you're posting like the actual data or something. It's like, not posting it the right way.
I'm doing copy image, you know what I mean? Like, that's what I am doing.
The chick oh wow, she's hideous.
Yeah, she's fucking disgusting.
Yeah, that's not a prize.
So you can kind of understand.
I can see why she wouldn't want people talking bad about her because She's not
Yeah, it might
selling on
end them
anything
seeing
else.
what
Like
you
her
look like.
reputation may be the only thing she has going for her.
Yeah, it's definitely not looks or being in shape.
No.
But she had a huge channel, dude. Like, I don't know, a couple million subscribers, I think.
Is somebody laughing hysterically in the background?
Oh shit! Sorry, I just yeah. Hold on. Okay, there we go. Sorry. No, I had a video playing on the TV. The
Oh,
music
okay. I was just confused because I was like, oh, dude. So this guy bought the $4,000 paperweight. That wasn't the part that got me. The
Mm.
paperweight weighs 40 pounds, and this dude is struggling to move it.
Yeah. Oh, it's Ludwig, right? He's one of the bread tuber fucking
I don't know
faggots.
who he is. Yeah, I just know he's got that $4,000 paperweight, and I was just like some sort of streamer or something. I never watched him before.
Yeah,
Um,
he's like fucking Vaush or that fucking Xanderhall kid, a bunch of moronic far left eating lunatics,
oh, is he? Yeah,
basically.
that makes sense though because like that's a 40-pound paperweight that this dude is barely able to lift. And I'm
That's
like,
it's
I
fucking
get that
it's
like a
pretty
40
funny.
pound weight being that small would be like weird and unexpected. But
Yeah,
most
yeah,
men are going to be able to pick that up with one hand.
dude.
It might be a little
Yeah, that's
difficult
fucking
for
funny
some of
though.
us, but it's still going to be like I could carry that with one hand. With two hands, I got no problem with that. That's not that much weight.
Yeah,
And this dude is
yeah,
picking it up with two hands and barely able to hold it. And I'm like, that's kind of sad, bro. Like,
yeah.
I'm not even
Yeah,
like
he's
out working
probably
out, lifting weights and pumping iron, and you're looking like a real sissy right now.
yeah, yeah. He's again. Well, he's a soy boy. He's one of the
That's
fucking,
why I said it. That's why it makes sense because all the fucking soy. Yeah.
yeah, he's definitely one of the retarded leftist fucking, communist type dumbasses. Yeah, I
Oh,
haven't watched much of his shit. I think the only thing I saw recently was there's this bitch called Frogan. Do you know who Frogan is? It's like frog. Froggan. It's pronounced Frogan.
no.
You're pretty fortunate, honestly. She's some bitch. She's like a fucking I guess a Muslim, some kind, whatever. And she's morbidly obese. Disgusting bitch too. But anyways, that's not really anything to do with anything. But
Yeah, I mean that's one of those things. It's
basically,
like if you're gonna be a huge fatty, you should at least have a decent like attitude. You know, personality goes a long way.
yeah, yeah. Well, the thing that's fun. The reason I mention it is she wears like the whole like fucking hijab type getup, where only her face is visible. And I'm like 99% sure it's because she's so extremely fat that actually comes across as slimming. You know what I mean? Like having it around everything except just barely her face showing. Um, like
Weird.
you can tell
Yeah, I
she's
don't
fat.
know.
Yeah, but
That's just
yeah, she's gross.
the people that wear like the bags are the weirdest ones to me.
Yeah.
Like, do you really think
What
number
the
one? Okay,
fuck?
I get it. You think there's a god, but why the fuck would God give a shit about like the clothing you wear? Like that just seems so fucking
Yeah, it's
in like banal and such a waste of time.
yeah, it's a very thing. But oh, the reason I was bringing her up was um, the Ludwig guy, like they know each other in some fashion or whatever. She was doing like some kind of charity stream for fucking, the Palestinian children or whatever. And basically, like on his stream, he was like, like he shared the link with his people, like with his crowd or whatever. And was like, yeah, I'm not gonna push it too hard. I just don't generally push any of that stuff too hard. Like you say in that video, he's like, here guys, if you want to donate or whatever. So she got like really pissed off that he didn't like super shill it. Like he shared the link, he told people about it, and he donated 10 grand of his own money to it. And
Damn.
she thought he needed to be criticized for his actions and that. Yeah, she
Wow.
was mad that he didn't shill it harder for her fucking stupid charity stream. Mm. I shared the pic. I think it went through right this time. I think I might have figured it out.
Oh, let me see.
Mm.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, yeah. So I feel like there's a bunch of fat, like it keeps going outward even more,
Oh, like her
and
face
the
is really
hijab is
wide behind
actually,
the thing.
yeah, like she's even fatter than she looks, and she looks really fat. But she wears the hijab not because of being a devout practicing Muslim, but because it makes her look like less fat than how disgustingly fat she actually is.
I find that
That
most
was one.
people
Oh, I
who
think I
wear
shared the
religious garb
picture.
have very little, like on YouTube and stuff like that, have little to no idea how the religion they're supposedly being part of works.
Right. Oh, I think I had actually shared a picture of this because the guy was like, "Oh yeah, no, we've got another picture of of Frogan here," and it was a picture of like a one of the like a female hut, like a Jabba the Hutt
Oh,
female. Like, dude, it was so fucking funny. I gotta see if I
somebody
can find it.
somebody was really on the ball with that one. Oh man.
Let me see.
Yeah, I stay
Yeah,
away
that
from
was
a lot
pretty.
of the YouTube. What do you call them? Like outrage farmers.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
still see
yeah. No, I usually,
Tim,
yeah, I hear. Oh, Jesus.
but the only thing I like about Tim's videos is that you get whatever the actual story is within the first 2 or 3 minutes, and you can just not watch the rest of it.
Mm,
And as far as like the actual story reporting, they will be upfront about what's really being going on. They're very honest about that part of it.
yeah, yeah. At least get the
Once you get
facts out
into anything
initially
else,
before.
it's just turn it off. Like you just don't waste your fucking time. Like none of their opinions are very useful. But there's that guy, and then there's a few other people I've been watching recently. I think you sent one of them, that Asian dude with the really deep voice.
Asian dude with a real deep voice. I'm not golden retrievers. Damn it.
He likes
Oh,
making
there
fun
we
of
go.
a lot of people.
I don't know why I'm drawing a blank. Oh shit! I
Mm.
posted too many times. Sorry. That was what the people posted, by the way. Of Frogan. They're
Mm.
like, yeah. One of them says, "Damn, Frogan with natural lighting looks crazy," and it's a fucking again like a female hut with a fucking hijab on or whatever the fuck that thing is. Mean
Yeah.
spirited, but still pretty fucking funny. Cause fuck her, she's a fucking pretty evil piece of shit. Oh man, I
That's a
forget who it
really
was,
accurate depiction, though. It's kind of hard to tell them
dude.
apart.
Yeah, almost more flattering. Fuck. Yeah, I don't know, but apparently, like, she had won some kind of rising star bullshit. She's friends with Hassan Piker, the fucking,
Mm.
Hassan. Yeah, so like, she managed to get some rising star award at one of these fucking
Hassan, whose uncle bought him a
self-congratulatory.
YouTube career.
I think his dad did too. His dad's
Nah.
way more rich and influential than Shank
Well,
is.
it was his dad and
Uh,
his uncle both basically gave him his career. Like he would never
yeah,
have a career of any kind. Oh,
yeah.
did you see the clip of the fucking garbage truck? The little short there.
Oh yeah, the
Was that
bitch put
not
her.
fucking nuts? Like, what kind
Yeah,
of piece of
yeah,
shit do you have to be if this little fucking lady who's like walking around carrying her kid is
yeah,
perfectly
yeah,
capable of of taking the trash out, but you're not?
yeah. That was very odd. Yeah, is there any like? I'm like, there's got to be context behind why they're.
I don't see. I'm sure there's
They,
somebody's probably got that somewhere, but I didn't see it anywhere. So
yeah, or not. Maybe not. Maybe they are just that lazy. That's an absolute possibility.
yeah,
But yeah, I would be.
nobody in the
Yeah, I would be
comments seemed to
fucking
know what was
way.
going on. I checked there too, but you
Right.
know,
Yeah, yeah. There's no way I'd let that happen. I would have to be like, okay, I have to chop my nuts and my cock and nuts off because I'm definitely no longer a man. It's this fat, out of shape bitch just fucking, you know, very
Made me look
easily
like a
through all
pussy.
this trash. Yeah. So yeah, it would be interesting if there is more to that. Um,
I'm rarely a
although,
fan of cancel culture, but that's one of the few
right,
times where
right.
I was like, we should find out where they work and get them fired, because these motherfuckers don't need that
Yeah,
dirt. Like that's some bullshit.
yeah,
If she can lift it up, it's not too heavy for them.
yeah. You see,
Like,
like the first one, like there's a bag on top that's obviously very light, and she just kind of easily throws that in and then dumps the rest of it. Yeah, and then
yeah.
goes hits them all. Like what the fuck, dude?
But I can see her point too. Is like,
Hmm.
we can't just not have the trash dumped. Like, it has to go.
Yeah, that was
And
a
so even
lot.
if
You
I got
don't
to
want
do
that
their
hanging
job
out.
for them, I got to do it.
Yeah, because that was quite a bit. So if it was waiting until the next trash day, yeah, that would have been a fucking crazy amount.
Yeah.
They seem to have a lot of trash anyway. Indeed.
So nowadays, that's the kind of men that are out there working.
Yeah, that's pretty fucking nuts. Oh, did you read any of that shit that that whole little exchange I had with the fucking the deranged Dark
Mm,
Viper fan?
no, I didn't have any chance to go through it. I've been
Yeah, yeah. It's not a big
making
deal, but
sure I know how to put the AC unit in that I got to put in later.
fair enough. But yeah, that dude is so fucking unhinged, dude. I'm like, I hope this is Dark Viper. Like, I hope this is an alt of Dark Viper. Like, if you're just a fan and you're fucking sweeping this hard for this motherfucker, like, it's fucking sad. Like, it's just fucking sad. Because again, like in that comment section, I think there's roughly, I don't know, about 100 comments, 150, whatever, and like 60, more than half, certainly. I would say a minimum 60% of other people's comments, this dude's replying to, and multiple times in almost all of them. So, like what I showed for my interaction with that guy was pretty standard for his reaction to, like, I don't know, probably at least 50, 60 other fucking people's comments. And I'm like, if you're doing that for a dude that like, you're just a fan, dude, get
Yeah.
another fucking hobby.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
This dude is like
Um.
replying to everybody.
Yeah. 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 The first couple times, I just kind of quickly threw in some bullshit, just like you're pathetic. Because he said a thing about educate yourself. So when I'm responding with anything about the education, that's why I'm doing that. If you're reading it now.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I was definitely, yeah, the last couple I was definitely being as much of an asshole, as smart ass as I could be. Because
There's a lot of people that there's no point in having or even trying to have civil discourse with a lot of people out there these days.
mm,
Like, I'm sorry, it's just I understand like why people want to pretend that that's like a thing we should do,
mm,
but the reality is it's just a lot of people who are just fucking dumb and mentally ill, and just nothing you say is gonna have any like effect whatsoever. Like, there's no way to, you can't
yeah,
make
yeah,
it be a
no, that's
positive
why I
outcome.
tapped
It's like,
out.
it's why waste of time. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like the first time I was just like, yeah, you're dumb, so educate yourself, stupid. Not in those words, but that was a sentiment of what I was trying to get across.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, and then the I think the next to last one where I was like, all right, here, yeah, not only the personality disorder thing might help you, but maybe the word rationalization, because he was doing some shit about what was it? Because I think my initial one was just saying like, like he says, no, he did own it, and I'm like, did he though? Because it seems like he just made up a bullshit, uh, you know. bullshit reason, excuse for his shitty behavior. And then the guy's like, no, he did. See, he said this. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds like a bullshit justification for his shitty behavior. Look up
Oh yeah.
rationalization.
Well, we went over that pretty extensively last week, and yeah, there's nothing that guy says. Like Shadow Viper's he's just unhinged. Like there's just something wrong with the guy. Like he's clearly
Mhm. Yeah.
mentally ill and got some serious issues going on because like nothing he said
Yeah.
made
Oh,
any
yeah.
damn sense. Like everything was just
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
weirdly paranoid
Dude, the
and
thing.
like insane
Oh,
and
dude. The part where he was literally super angry, screaming about how he should have gotten to get that speedrun award bounty because it would mean more to him. And he thinks that's a valid reason. He really believes that as a valid reason for why he should have been doing it, just because it would have meant more to him than the other guy that actually did it. That actually
yeah,
beat
I
him
don't
to it.
understand that kind of thinking. You know, like that just doesn't even
Dude, it's
make
fucking
sense to me.
insane. Well,
Because
that's why I'm
like
saying
even
this
if you
dude.
got it, like you or me, if we were in
Yeah,
that situation and we were like, oh, they let me win because they knew it would mean more to me, I
yeah,
wouldn't
yeah.
feel like I won. Like there would be no
No,
emotional
but
attachment to that victory. I wouldn't feel
mm,
good about it at all. I would just be like, well, that's kind of shitty because I didn't really
yeah,
win.
but yeah, it's the same mindset of people that cheat,
Oh yeah,
and
you know what?
like
That's yeah. It's just
actually,
it's narcissism, like an insane level of
yeah,
narcissism.
yeah. No, that's why I
Like I
kept bringing up.
deserve it because I want it, and I'm the only one that matters. That's I can see that
Yeah, no, and
entirely.
this guy, yeah, Dark Viper might be the most self-absorbed guy on the internet, which is fucking amazing. Like he's definitely in the conversation. Like it's yeah, like he's that fucking insanely. What was the other one? I'm trying to think what the other one was.
Oh,
Uh,
I met I was chatting up with some people that I was in a karaoke event with, and I made a joke about self-loathing, and that's when I realized that one of the gals there is an extreme narcissist.
oh yeah.
She even admitted, like, oh yeah, I know I kind of think of myself a little bit as a god anyway. And I was like, fucking, like,
Wow.
not that I was interested before, but because I don't fuck around on like,
Yeah,
I'm
man.
not interested in an internet relationship. If I want to date somebody, I'd rather date somebody that I live in the same city as and that I know and see on like social things out there. But um, that just was like red flag straight up in the air, like big fireworks surrounding it. You know, like
Yeah,
man, I can't
yeah.
imagine how anyone would want to date
Like I
somebody that
hear.
said that once in their presence and wasn't
Yeah,
joking.
yeah.
And then, like,
Exactly.
periodically, she kept referring to herself as we after that.
Wow.
Like the royal we or something. It was
Yeah,
weird. I just
yeah.
was like,
She,
you're making me uncomfortable. Like, I'm pretty
yeah.
down with a lot. Like, I can handle some really fucked up shit. And I'm down hanging out with the degenerate and the scumbags of the world easily, no problem. I'm in.
Yeah,
But
but
man, I don't know
narcissism.
that I can hang out with somebody who thinks themselves as a god and starts referring to themselves as we and take it seriously.
Yeah,
Like I
yeah. She's the
guarantee
Holy
I
Trinity.
will end your narcissistic complex because by the like if you want to hang out with me, I'm not going to be nice.
Yeah, yeah. We're
Uh,
gonna have to work that out if you're gonna stick around. Yeah,
well, it's a part of the group,
but
so I
yeah,
just
no,
don't
it's
talk to that person. I'm probably not going to want to hang out with that
yeah,
person anymore. I'll just avoid
yeah.
them.
Mhm. But yeah, I was kind of thinking though, like with the Dark Viper thing, like if you're gonna be a fan of that guy, like still, you kind of have to have the same shit. Like you kind of have to have the same level of narcissism, or not same level, but you kind of have to have the same personality disorder. I would think.
I
Um,
think there's like leaders and followers. There are people who just want to, for whatever reason, just want to like let somebody else be in the limelight. They don't want to be like they think they must have a very low opinion of themselves. I think maybe
yeah.
it's
Oh yeah, yeah,
what do you call it? Codependent, like really codependent kind of people, where
yeah,
they just
yeah,
like they're driven to support other people, even though like those are terrible people, but they can't see themselves as like the center of thing, and I think they're kind of drawn to narcissists like that guy. You know what I mean? Like, cause
Yeah.
that guy's more than willing to let them, do all their codependent bullshit with him because it makes him feel more important, and that's what matters. Is he's the important thing. So.
Yeah. Let him do my thinking for me and dominate me or whatever. Some kind of weird shit like that. It was funny because I called him a child, but I like actually put some thought into that one. The first couple of responses, stupid, shut up. But yeah, the last one, I'm like, well, maybe it's a bit soon for that, so it might be best to file my suggestions away. Enjoy the rest of your preteen and teenage years, and revisit them once you reach adulthood. I don't know, that one I liked. I was proud of that one. Not the
Oh
greatest
yeah.
thing, but just calling him a child in that way, like not just saying you're a fucking child. Yeah, for some reason, every once in a while, I feel the need to have long, drawn out insults. I don't know why. It's fun. I enjoy it. That's pretty much the reason. But yeah, even the last one, because I literally told him, I'm like, you're not going to change my mind in trying to change yours, as far as fair use or whatever. So fuck off. Yeah, no, that was the part because I'm like, look, man, I don't mind disagreeing with people. I even enjoy the back and forth with people I disagree with. But his lame, you sound like a Hassan viewer, like attempt at an insult was because he told me I sound like a Hassan, like somebody who would watch Hassan Piker, and that was his best insult. And I'm like, that was so fucking lame that I have no interest in it. Like, if that's the best you can do, fuck you. Like, I do not. Like, it's not going to be fun. It's just going to be me being more and more bored by your shitty attempts at insults. So I'm like,
Yeah,
dude,
no, that
you.
is that is a low bar. You're setting that bar awful low.
Yeah, because he literally in there, that's I think it's the second one in, he's like, do you watch Hassan? And I just responded, literally just saying no. And then that's when he comes back. You talk like someone that does. And then I'm like, dude, is that supposed to bother me? Like, I don't care if you think I sound like somebody that's like, it's such a, like I said, I was, like, I almost get
I don't
insulted.
care if
Like,
he
I'm
thinks
almost
I
offended.
watch who he thinks I watch. Like, it doesn't matter to me. I know what I watch and I know what I don't watch, and whatever somebody else thinks is irrelevant. Like, it just doesn't matter.
Yeah. But my point is, like, that's such a shitty, like, you know what I mean? Like, it's nothing creative about it. Like, it's just a fucking really shitty insult. So, like, I almost get offended. I'm like, look, I'm not putting in much effort on my end, but I am trying to be a little clever with my insults. And you're clearly not capable. So fuck off. Like I'm almost again offended by how shitty your attempt at an insult was.
Yeah, I had a similar thing, not quite as obviously not as intense. But like one of the YouTubers I watched, they put out like a whole video that was basically just a big advertisement. Like
the Raid Shadow Legends bitch.
Yeah, or the Raid Shadow Legends thing where they like smash your press. And I don't care. Like, if they want to make money, put it out. I don't give a shit. It doesn't bother me at all. Like, I'm just not gonna watch it. Like, it's not my thing. But, like I just was like, this isn't content. It's an advertisement, which is fine. Like, whatever.
Yeah.
And there were a bunch of people that got really mad and started leaving some nasty comments. And like one guy started putting up like dictionary definitions of some other bullshit. I don't know.
God.
Considering content isn't really like a dictionary term yet, it's literally just a colloquialism.
Yeah.
And it's very clear that, there's a difference between an advertisement and content. They're not the same thing. But I'm not going to get into like this argument with this guy because I just don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And
again, like you can kind of tell, like in that situation or mine with the Viper can.
Yeah.
There's neither of us are going to change each other's minds. Like, it's just
so at a certain point, it's just like you get it out. It's like, okay, like this guy was like, oh, you're just an idiot. I get it. Never mind. I'm not going to waste any more time. Like that's it. I'm done. Like that's my last comment. He can leave whatever he wants. I don't care. It's just a waste of time. Like,
yeah. No, that's literally what I put at the end, dude.
Oh, is that what you put at the end too?
Like,
yeah. It's just like it's just a waste of time. I'm not going to do this.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I actually threw in some shit about. Look, man, I'm sure there's a schizo poster out there for you somewhere. Just keep looking. Don't give up. So that was where I was like being a real fucking asshole, being fucking smartass. There's a schizo poster out there for you, buddy. I hope you find him someday.
Yeah, somewhere.
Yeah. Just keep looking, dude. I'm
Man,
not
I
the
feel.
guy, and that's okay. I'm not the guy. You know, this relationship isn't going to work. But the right schizo poster is out there for you somewhere, buddy. You guys can argue until you're fucking one of your deaths. As soon as you find him, that special schizo poster to hate.
Yeah. Oh. Oh, we misjudged that Zoom driver. Supposedly.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, there might be a reverse Uno thing, dude. He
Well,
might be
here's
full of shit.
this was my hold on. I explained the whole situation to my mom and that it was only suspended because of a supposedly clerical error, and her response was
All right.
like, this is great, and I think this is the best response." And like, it doesn't fucking matter.
Mm-hmm.
He was on a suspended license, whether it should have been or not, and he was in court
Right.
driving his car in a Zoom. Like, it just
Yeah.
fucking none of
Yeah.
that is relevant. It doesn't matter why it was suspended,
Yeah. It's
or
still
if it was
suspended.
supposed
Yeah.
to be suspended or not. He literally, all he had to do was pull over before he started the Zoom and not be in a car.
Yeah.
You know, like, it was such a simple thing to do, and it was like, nah, this guy's an idiot. He deserved 2 days in jail.
Yeah. 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 Whether it was a clerical error or not, you get a ride somewhere to fucking.
Or you
get
don't
that
even like
fixed.
fucking. I mean, you don't even have to fucking do that. That's the thing. Like, drive all
Sure,
you
you just
fucking
call.
want if you're a good driver and no one's ever gonna pull you
Yeah.
over. It's not gonna matter. All you had
Yeah.
to do was fucking pull your car over and
Not
sit
be
somewhere
driving.
other than your car for 5
Yeah.
fucking minutes for a court hearing. It was just such
Yeah.
a dumb
Yeah.
fucking thing to do.
Right.
You can because like, I'm gonna tell you right now, if my license is suspended, I have a job to go to. I have things that I have to do. Like, I'm not gonna just stop driving. Like, there's no way that I could get all the stuff that I need to do done. I'd end up losing my job, and it's like, no, that's not reasonable. And I don't blame
Yeah.
anyone else for driving on a suspended license. I mean, I understand that they're
Yeah.
not supposed to, and I agree that, you know, if they get caught, go to jail. But
Right. Right.
I totally respect that. Yeah, you know, like, I had to get my wife to this doctor's appointment, or I have to go pick up my wife from this doctor's appointment, or whatever. I get it. And as long as you're driving safe, you're not going to get pulled over. No one's ever going to know, and it's not going to matter. But
Yeah.
when you're zooming into a court hearing about your suspended license, maybe you ought to pull over and get out of the fucking car. Go sit in a fucking diner.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's funny because no, same thing with mine. I got my DI. I lost my license for a year. I lived up in Flagstaff with like no fucking family. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I had to fucking drive the whole fucking time.
Yeah, and I'm sure you
You
did.
drive really fucking carefully. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And didn't get pulled over at all. I think once I got it reinstated, like I'm at the DMV, and I'm like, I literally say to the girl, I'm like, yeah, well, you know what? It made me a lot safer driver. And she's like, I don't know if you should be saying that to the DMV people, but like she was cool about it. You know what I mean? She wasn't gonna fuck with me.
Yeah, no, because
But
I
I'm
think
like,
most
oh, yeah.
people recognize that there's that a suspended driver's license right now is just not a very reasonable punishment for most things. Because
Yeah.
the ramifications of
limiting.
losing your license really
Yeah.
can cost your entire lifestyle.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like you could lose your job, you could
Especially-
lose family, you know, like might have medical issues that you can't handle. You know, there's a lot of shit that can go wrong. Like it's not a very reasonable thing to be doing, I think. Unless it's because of like a DUI. You know what I mean? Like if you were driving like a fucking bat out of hell, like you're doing 500 miles an hour in the slow lane on the freeway, knocking nuns into the fucking gutter. You know, for sure, if it's related to like horrible driving, okay, fine, suspended license. But even then, it's kind of like, I don't know, you know. You either take away the license altogether if they're that bad, or put them in jail maybe. If it's as bad as it would take for the amount of damage a suspended license could do to a person's life.
Yeah. Yeah, and for me, it's like, I would be either actually smaller towns that don't have a lot of any mass transit to speak of,
Yeah.
like buses or any of that shit. So yeah, like there was no way. The shit's also very spread out, so yeah, you can't really do much within walking distance of anywhere. Like if you have two things to do, they're probably not going to be near each other, remotely near each other. These shitty towns.
Oh yeah,
Even though
and
it's a
and
small
and it's
town,
like
it's still going to be
especially
on
the
opposite
smaller the
ends.
town, the more intense the walking is. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
there's usually longer
yeah,
distances between places if it's a really small town.
yeah. Because there's only very limited options,
Yeah.
and so it's going to end up being not likely to be in the same spot as something else you need to do. Yeah. Oh shit, dude! I forgot one of the creepiest things about the guy, the Dark Viper fan or whatever that was,
Oh yeah.
white knighting for him. He went to my channel and fucking commented on one of my videos. Like he went that far. That's never happened. It's never happened, dude. So that's a little creepy.
That actually is a little bit like kind of like whoa, buddy.
Yeah, yeah. That's why I'm like, I'm done. I am not interacting with this dude. I was like, can I block him from my channel? Because I kind of want to. But yeah, I was like, holy shit, dude. You're so fucking pathetic. Like, why are you going to these lengths? Like, I've told him that too. I'm like, I really hope you're actually one of Dark Viper's all. You're Dark Viper, and this is one of your alts. Because if you're going this far just for some dumbass YouTuber, like, it's so fucking like just pathetic, fucking tragic. Yeah, it's pretty fucking nuts.
Yeah, it does sound pretty crazy.
So yeah, I'm going to not interact with him anymore. That's for fucking sure. I'm kind of tempted to, but again, yeah, it's not going to cause anything except make him more unhinged. And who
No,
fucking knows how
probably not
far
worth
somebody
it.
like that's going to go? Yeah. Like the weirdos that are even going that far, like I'm going to find out where this guy lives. Show up at his doorstep or some crazy shit. Maybe not, but yeah, it seems very odd that you're going to go into a fucking dude's channel. And again, just the fact that he is probably doing the same thing to everyone else, because again, he commented on like at least 50
Oh, if
fucking
he's going
different.
over all those comments and going to their channels, that's intense.
Mm, yeah, yeah, I'm not going to bother checking, but like, holy shit, dude. Because again, most of the other interactions of his, because he commented on again, I would swear at least 50 other comments. And again, a vast majority of those, he had multiple fucking replies and shit. Yeah, but again, yeah, it's the same idea about fair use where none of it's okay. Not a single frame or a single sound from other person's video. If you use that, no matter how transformative it is,
Oh yeah, the people that
that
just don't
shouldn't be allowed.
understand fair use and how it really works
Yeah, yeah,
can get very irritating very quickly.
yeah, yeah. And I was actually having a discussion about it on another streamer's one because I was like, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I could definitely be persuaded that like what Sniper Wolf or people like that do, where they're not really doing anything other than saying like every once in a while saying like, bro, or literally just narrating what just happened. Like literally just saying what just happened. Like, damn, that guy just did that thing. Like that's pretty much all Sniper Wolf does, and makes weird expressions with her fucking face. So I could be, somewhat persuaded, but I honestly even still want that allowed. Because if you start doing that, the slippery slope shit can get real fucking quick, where more and more is not allowed. You know what I mean? To where it's
Yeah.
going to be to where almost nothing is allowed. So I'm like, even though I hate the bitch and it's lazy fucking content, probably shouldn't be fair use because she's not really transforming in any way, other than again an occasional one-word fucking reply, weird facial expressions, and then just saying what all everyone just saw.
Yeah, like repeating
Like
something
saying
that
out loud
literally.
what
Oh
people
god,
saw.
there's a bunch of videos like that. By the way, it's not just her.
Yeah,
There's several different channels that do that exact thing where you're like, where it'd be like,
yeah,
the guy
yeah.
slips like, oh, that guy better be careful. He just slipped on and fell. Ooh, isn't that cool? You're just like, oh my god, fucking shoot me. I can see what's going on.
Yeah,
I think the
but
absolute
yeah,
worst is, those like animations where it's supposed to be like this little like lesson in about life and commentary about how hard and cold the world is.
all right.
Like the I think there's one where it's a girl who keeps getting cracks in her face and arms and stuff every time someone's mean to her in the animation.
Mm.
And then
Oh,
like
gotcha.
somebody fixes the whole thing by giving her a hug and it cures all her cracks, so she goes around curing the cracks of all the people that were being mean to her.
Mm. All
Right? Like
right.
that's the whole thing, and it's all in an animation and it's all really fairly obvious. Like any retard
Yeah.
could figure it out. Like I figured it out.
Mm.
But it's just one of those things where it's like, yeah, this is really, really painfully obvious. I think we all understand what's going on here.
Yeah,
And,
yeah. It's not like it's some kind of veiled metaphor.
For
Pretty
some reason, there's
straightforward with
literally like a commentary, like a running commentary from whoever made the video, literally explaining what's going on in the video, and you're like, but I fucking know because I can watch it myself. It's not hard to figure it out. Like,
yeah, that's the thing. When people think whatever they did or that is far more profound, and they're the only ones smart enough to get it, so they have to explain it to everybody. Yeah, that's obnoxious, dude. Like, dude, it's not that fucking deep.
Really obnoxious. It's not fun to watch.
But yeah, like I said, even the shitty reactors like Sniper Wolf or XQC or fucking Hassan, like those people. Well, XQC and Hassan will literally have the video playing and get up and leave for like 15, 20 minutes at a time. Like go make themselves something to eat and just have an empty seat watching the fucking video. So that's a little fucking. Yeah, I wish they'd stop doing that because again, that would be the first type that's going to get struck down. And again, I just worry about it continuing on until they take.
Oh, because it's one of those things where like slippery slope. Once they manage to fucking get one victory, they're just going to keep encroaching on other. Things.
Yeah, that's what I worry about. And not necessarily that would happen, but it's not that unlikely. So
it's a logical conclusion. It makes sense. It doesn't.
Yeah. So I don't want to get anywhere near any of that. I'm going to allow the assholes that don't really fucking do anything transformative other than say a few words. Like, I'm going to allow them to do it so that it doesn't get to the point, anywhere near the point where genuinely transformative shit is going to get cut out eventually.
Yep. Nope. Agreed. That is a definitely a very real, very fair concern.
Yeah. So we'll leave it there. Let them get away with it, and hopefully whoever their fans are will. Goddamn thing. They're not worth watching. That would be ideal. No, puppy. No. Please, I love you, puppy, but no. Come on, sit down. I know. No. Stop, puppy. Sorry. The dog's here, in case that wasn't obvious. The grand puppy's here. Desperately trying to lick my face. He's so fucking insistent sometimes. I'm like, no, dude, no. No face sticks. No. Now you're licking my leg.
It's alright. I'm looking at my aftermarket fucking air conditioner shelf.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's because so I figured the AC unit I bought comes with an AC unit shelf, like a shelf to put it in the window.
Yeah.
However, I don't think it's going to be as well engineered as an aftermarket shelf that holds twice the weight of the air conditioning unit.
Yeah, yeah.
It's like the
You
shelf I
don't
bought
want to be
is
cutting
up
it
to
close.
150 pounds, and the AC unit I bought is 78 pounds. So I figured
Yeah,
better
that's
put
not one that you
the
want to. Yeah, you don't want to be testing the limits or anything like that, dude. Fucking a.
yeah. Well, and
Like,
everything's
oh, it
made in
holds 80
China these
pounds, and
days,
this
so
is
half the shit
78.
just falls apart.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. If you have one that's like for 80, you're like, yeah, that's 78 to 80. That's way too fucking close.
Yep.
I said, yeah, you just get one that's double, and you're pretty fucking solid. You don't have to worry about it crashing down.
Exactly. It's like I don't think there's going to be any problem with installing the AC unit, but I am going to have somebody stand out on the other side of the window, just put their hands on it to keep it from sliding on the off chance it would. Very unlikely. Until I put the little wire, because there's like a wire with a thing that you screw in underneath your windowsill as like a safety
Right.
line to the AC unit so that it can't fall all the way down.
Yeah, so even if it does give way, it's not,
Exactly.
crashing and breaking.
Exactamundo. You don't wanna fuck that up. That's not a good plan.
Indeed. Yeah, no, I'm always very careful when I'm doing any kind of shit like that. Like, I don't want this falling down. I don't want this fucking, like if I'm carrying any kind of load in like the pickup, like I'm gonna
Oh
have shit
yeah.
strapping all that shit down to make sure none of it's flying out as I drive down the road. Stop! Get
Yeah,
out of there!
definitely.
Bite! No bite! Heck! This fucking dog, dude. There's like a bin, like a clothes bin,
Yeah.
and then also like actual little hampers, and he'll fucking just chew on them, and he's doing it so I'll come fucking interact with him. Like it's very obvious what he's doing. You know what I mean?
Huh.
So it's really fucking annoying.
You could always get some bitters.
Yeah. I'm a little hesitant. It's not that annoying. He doesn't. Yeah, he does it fairly regularly, but it's not like constant. Like I'll just
Oh, I
fucking
just
play
I
with
just
him for
would
like
use it
30
just to
seconds.
prevent damage from whatever the thing is if it matters.
Yeah, it doesn't. It's just a shitty like plastic bin.
Oh, then I'd probably just ignore it.
And
Honestly, be like, all right, fine, chew it up. Go for it. If I pay
I do
attention, you're
sometimes.
gonna react. If you're gonna keep doing it, so I'll just not pay attention. I don't
Yeah.
usually go for the constant dog interaction
Mm,
unless
yeah,
I'm
it's
trying to
tough
like
with this
pet the
one.
dog or play with the dog or walk it or something. But otherwise, I usually, like, all right, well, if you're gonna misbehave, then the last thing I want to do is give you more attention because then you're gonna just keep doing
Mm,
it.
yeah, and what's really frustrating with the way how he does this shit is it'll be like 2 seconds after I just finished interacting with him. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like I've been ignoring him for 10 minutes and he starts doing it.
Yeah.
In fact, he'll walk away. Like I'm still doing, like petting him or whatever. He'll walk away and do it. Get out of there! Would you stop? I'm gonna show the internet. I'm gonna show the internet. Though. I'm gonna embarrass you. What do you think of that?
I
I'm
don't
gonna
think
take
I don't
video.
think you can
Here it
embarrass
comes.
a dog.
Yeah, I
They
know. I'm
literally
just gonna
walk around
fucking
with their butthole and genitalia out like all the time.
yeah. Oh
Like, what are you
fuck.
gonna do that's more embarrassing?
Hey, yeah, I lick my own junk in public. Me, Dad. Mm. Like yeah, I lay on my back and have my junk out for all to see. And you're gonna shame me somehow? Yeah. I caught a pretty decent picture. Yeah, so right next to the bin there's a fucking hamper. Or actually two hampers, one inside the other, but yeah, he same thing, he bites that. He bites that fucking hell out of that shit. Yeah, I think part of it is the puppy like just needing bite shit because they get out of there. Knock it off. Now you're being ridiculous, puppy. No, would you stop? Look, I'm gonna put the leash on you. Stop it. Damn it, dog. Get out of there. And you know he's just being an asshole. Stop it.
Huh.
Then
Oh,
he's
this
like
is
fucking.
nice. I didn't even
Yeah.
realize that the shelf comes with a level built in.
Oh, nice.
So
That
I
is
can
nice.
make sure that the AC unit tilts just a tiny little bit away, down away from the house, so that because like they
Yeah, the
don't they
liquid
build up
won't
like
drain
water that
back into
needs
the
to drain
house.
out or something like that, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. There's some kind of evaporation or whatever the.
Yeah, there's like a drain where
Yeah,
water
yeah,
collects and drains out, then I can just let it drain out the back without having to worry about it getting in the house.
yeah.
I
Make sure it
built a
flows away.
platform from I just built one for my brother's AC unit in his window.
Nice.
Long time ago, I built that fucker. But I think I did it wrong because it always leaked into his room. So
Oh
he had to
fuck.
he did well because he would never like drain it and then because if you can, even if it does drain into the house, it's like a thing where you physically have to open it to let the liquid out.
Mm, right.
So he could have just drained it into a bucket every couple of months and then, poured the bucket in the toilet or the tub and then gone about his day for the next, 2 months and then like drain it again, but he never did. He just always let it just go. So he ended up having to
Yeah,
get rid of the
yeah.
AC unit because it wasn't like worth it at that point.
Indeed. All right. Yeah, I snapped a quick pic of him chewing on the hamper. So that's the kind of shit he does. The bin is literally right next to that hamper, like just to his right or his left. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, the bin's right. So he chews on either the two hampers I have right there inside each other with the big blankie, or the bin right next to it. And he's kind of fucked it up bad enough already that any further shit's not really making any difference. Would you
Oh yeah.
stop? Luke, you're chewing your own fucking hair, dog. It doesn't really bother me. No, drop it. Drop it. No, that was paper. That wasn't hair. That was fucking big ass wad of paper he was chewing. So that I cannot allow.
Yeah.
Yeesh. Yeah. Oh, I went to the doctor. He said what he thinks it is something called biliary colic, like an
Biliary
inflammation of the
colic.
gallbladder.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, apparently it's pretty common once you start getting older or whatever. But yeah, it's basically like an inflammation. Like it's not like an infected gallbladder or like it's dying. Just an inflammation that kind of
Yeah.
causes it to fucking go haywire. Not definite. I still got to get a bunch of tests done or whatever.
Oh, you always
Uh,
got to get tests done to make sure something
yeah,
like that. You can't ever just be like, oh no, this is it, and I never have to worry or think about it again. No, you got to like do
yeah,
tests.
yeah. No, he's definitely he wants me to get all kinds of fucking lab work and tests done. So, and then he wants me to get the prostate exam, which I'm very hesitant to do. Oh fuck.
Oh,
Yeah.
come on, you don't want some doctor to stick his finger up your butt?
Oddly enough,
Doesn't that sound like
I
a
guess I'm just
blast? I
weird like
mean, come
that.
on, dude.
Dude, I
Everybody's
remember it
doing it.
happening. I think I had mentioned, yeah, no, yeah. One of the doctor one time, I'm like, yeah, my urine sometimes like it's kind of a weak stream, and if you say something like that to a doctor, you are getting fingers in your butt.
Yeah.
So just be aware of that.
No, I was aware of that. I've never done that because I never wanted a finger up my butt.
Yeah, I did not know that,
Uh,
and I was just, oh yeah, no, I guess yeah. Sometimes my urine stream feels a little weak. All
now,
right,
I
put your
did
fingers in your butthole.
have. I forget why. I had to have a prostate exam for something. Um, like when I was younger. It was like a sports thing or something. Like they had to do
Oh,
the
gotcha.
cup the balls, turn the head, and a prostate exam, and like a whole physical or whatever. I think
Oh,
it might have
right.
been a
Yeah,
requirement
sports
for Little
physical.
League or something.
Yeah, sports physicals. Usually, anytime you're doing any shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, sounds about right.
and then I had to have a pretty intense physical when I started the job I'm working now.
Mm, nice.
Oh, they changed the schedule now. It
Oh,
was
really?
yeah, for I was doing 11 p.m. to 7 a.m. every, like every 3 or 4 nights a week.
Right, right.
Now it's going to be 10 p.m. to 6:30 a.m. So they're adding a half an hour. And
Mm.
I'm interested to see if they think they're going to get away with not paying for the extra half hour or not
Oh,
paying
right,
overtime
right.
for that extra half hour.
Mm.
Because you're gonna
Yeah,
have me come in for 8.5 hours. You're gonna pay me 8.5 hours and half an
yeah,
hour is overtime every day. Like that's fine.
yeah. Yeah, I'm sure they're gonna try to pull some shit.
Oh, I'm just waiting to see what it is before I call the labor board and just
Yeah,
report it and get it dealt with. Because I'm not even gonna waste my time trying to have a
yeah, yeah,
conversation with them. It's not worth it.
yeah. Considering how they fucking just botched your paperwork and failed to do it for the injury. Yeah,
Yeah, I have no idea
probably
what I'm
take the
supposed to do at
heck.
this point
Get
because
out of
I've
there.
received
Get out of
zero
there.
paperwork from anyone except for the insurance company. And the only
Stop.
things I've gotten from them are like refusals for
More.
uh, unpaid like wages or something like that because I didn't lose wages for the claim periods that were claimed,
Stop. What?
which makes sense because
Right?
they're not going to pay you for
Yeah,
hours
yeah,
that you didn't actually miss. But I only missed like 24 or 32 hours, so it's not a lot.
yeah,
And I'm kind of like, well, I mean, if they're not going to fucking charge me any of the medical shit, then I don't care. Like, I just don't want to fucking deal with it. You know what I mean? Because it's such a pain in the ass figuring
yeah.
out like all the different little loopholes and fucking things. And then every communication I've made with the insurance company, they just don't answer the phone and don't call me back.
Wow,
Like they just
that's
refuse
healthy.
to communicate with me in any way. So I don't know how I'm supposed to. What am I supposed to do at that point? Like there's nothing to do really. I mean, what I can't make
Yeah,
any
you don't have much
claims
of a
because I
choice.
don't have any paperwork and they're just refusing to communicate in any way, shape, or form. I can't get any information from them. So yeah, I don't know. Unless I received like some big
Get
fucking
out of
fat
there.
bill
Stop.
from Kaiser or
Oh,
from them, like I'm gonna leave it be.
stop. Hmm. But yeah, it's very odd that they just thought they could ignore. Stop. No. What? Okay. Uh, I suspect I've been neglecting cleaning my belly button because my fucking dog, grandpuppy, is trying to lick my fucking belly button.
Ew.
Yeah. Although actually, no, it doesn't. It could mean it could also mean it's really clean. Because for the longest time I would wash my hands. Like if I had eaten food or anything, I'd wash my hands before I'd interact with the dog again. He likes that taste too. Soap. He likes that taste
Uh,
too. You know what I mean? Like there's no bad taste to this fucking dog. He loves
oh
every
yeah,
fucking taste.
dogs are licky wherever. They're happy to do it. It's weird. It's why so
Yeah,
many weird sick freaks end up getting busted with peanut butter.
yeah, yeah. I just thought like if I'm washing my hands clean, like what is he fucking doing? And I'm like, oh, he must actually like the taste of the soap.
Yep,
And of
probably.
course he does. He likes the taste of sticks and rocks, so why wouldn't he like the taste of soap?
That's not an unreasonable. Yeah,
Yeah,
not
yeah,
an
that's kind of the way
unreasonable
they're
point there, sir.
well, I mean, again, their sense of smell is obviously very different than ours too. Like, there's no there are no bad smells to a dog. They're just strong and interesting, or not strong or not interesting. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you see them smelling other dogs' shit. And like, what the fuck? And like, oh, it doesn't smell bad. It's just different and something new. You know, I have not smelled this shit before. I'm gonna have to linger here for a minute. Oh shit! Did it kick me out?
No, I'm still here.
Okay. I changed the headset. I thought it might kick me out. So you stay here. I'll be right back. Here you go, boys.
I'm just thinking.
Yeah. Yeah, I posted in the golden retriever thing. I posted a pic of the dog, of the grand puppies,
Chewing
chomping on the
yeah.
hamper.
I did see
Yeah.
that.
Oh, okay. You know, I just realized I already told you that. All right. I'm focused. I'm locked in. Oh fuck. Yeah.
Oh, I
See,
thought
what
it
else
was
is
funny
this?
that you and I had talked about the Christian Sonichu pendant thing, and then fucking
Oh,
not a couple
Gundam.
days
Yeah,
after that,
Gundam.
It's a Gundam pops out with the fucking Sonichu pendant thing.
I didn't watch it yet though. Like, who else did he lay out everything?
I
Ricada
don't
and
think he covered the two people we're aware of, like that for sure.
I
I
thought I
don't think
remember at
there
least
was
one
anyone
other
else
one.
that was being. There was other people, but none of them had like a real Sonichu pendant. So
Oh
there
yeah,
was
they were.
like
Yeah, they were
there was
knockoffs or
like a
whatever.
couple of people that had like what do you call it?
Like paper ones or
Paper ones
fucking
and fake ones and shit for like the
yeah.
lulz, and it's like he was like, oh, they're they didn't get the full curse because it's not real. It has to be one made by Chris Chan, to
Yeah,
have that
it
effect.
it
And this
doesn't
this
get
one
infected
person is
with
apparently immune to curses and all that kind of shit.
oh man.
So they had like a natural immunity to the curse. The whole thing was obviously very goofy and entertaining.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got to be yeah. It has to be made by Chris Chan. Otherwise, it's not imbued with his chaotic evil essence or something.
Yeah, you uh, can't get the same effect without the OG Chris Chan.
Yeah. Oh, I posted. Oh, I forgot because I posted it talking shit about that Aaron from Steel Toe because like it was his wife that Ricada had been that left him and was living with the Ricadas.
Yeah, that whole thing is fucking weird. I don't get that kind of
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, they were definitely fucking each other's wives. That was definitely happening.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. I've never understood that,
Yeah.
like that kind of weird kinky shit people get
Yeah,
up
no,
to.
I like to think I'm pretty open minded, but I don't want to have I'm not gonna let some other dude fuck my wife.
Yeah, I wouldn't want that, and I wouldn't want to mess with somebody else's wife.
Yeah, yeah.
Like I kind of
I
almost
would want
sort of
to, but
did
I
when I
wouldn't
was
do it.
fucking 18 or 19 or 21 or whatever. But like
Yeah.
we never ended up doing anything, and honestly, like that's one of the few things I look back and I'm like, oh man, I kind of wish I'd not been that
Mm,
guy.
yeah, yeah. I hear
Because
you.
the reality is, anybody that'll cheat with you is going to cheat on you sooner or later anyway.
Yeah, yeah.
Plus,
That's
like,
a
the lady had a
conceit.
kid, and I'm like, what was I fucking thinking? I can't stand fucking children. Jesus, I wanted to fuck her
Yeah,
way too much.
mm, yeah, yeah. You don't get involved with any woman with kids that are not yours.
Right? Yeah, it was one of those moments
I
where
can
you're
vouch for
like,
that.
dude, what were you thinking?
Mm, yeah. The hell was that? But yeah, going back to the whole thing because I posted a long comment, I think under Gundam's thing, basically talking about how Aaron was unaffected by being near the Sonichu medallion because he already
Yeah.
sold his soul. He already sold his soul to the devil for a mediocre, barely treading water career in entertainment. So that protected him from the Sonichu curse because he's already sold his soul to the devil.
It's too late. Yeah,
for his shit
that's
career.
that's what Gundam said.
Yeah. Oh, did he?
I don't remember if it was, I must have been that person because he was talking about how like this person's already sold their soul to the devil for like level 3 curse protection or some shit, and went on
Oh,
about it.
fuck,
Yeah, and it's
dude.
like you can't beat the devil's curse protection even if you're even with Sonichu. Hey, I gotta hit the
Wow.
bathroom real quick. I
All right. Yeah, no
can't
worries, man.
wait.
Yeah,
So I
I'll
will
hold you down.
be back in a minute.
Yeah, no problem, man. Yeah, I'll check the chat. Let's see what the nobody watching is chatting. See what's going on there. Oh, there it is. Okay, we're definitely live. I hope Stabby checked to make sure there was shit that our voices are actually coming through. Got to switch over from top messages to all messages. I don't want to miss any of the um, no chats on our stream, and there are in fact no chats. Yeah. See what else we can talk about today. Check the Discord. Oh Jesus. Yeah, Stabby had posted one about from Justin Wang about a girl blowing her dad by accident. I didn't watch it because that's fucking gross, but goddamn, that's like decades of therapy, I would imagine. Or she was already fucked anyway, fucked in the head anyway. Oh, phrasing. Let's see what else is happening. Trans animal. Oh, okay. Oh shit, I think I'm back past what we talked about last week. Oh fuck. Dude, there's a clip of I don't know where the fuck it's from, but it's some weird competition where I think you have to try to make the other people laugh. And this dude and this chick are teammates. It's 2-on-2, and her name is apparently Abby. And then the guy on her teammate is like, "What's the difference between three cocks and a joke?" And then the other team guys are like, "What?" And he's like, uh, "Abby can't take a joke," which is a pretty funny joke. But then she's like, "What the fuck?" She's like, "I'm on your team," and he's like, "Oh, different." I'm mainly saying that because I want to tell the joke when Abby gets back. I want that to be on twice. It's my favorite thing to do is talk about shit while people are gone, and then say all the shit that I said while they were gone. I don't know. It's fine if you don't get it. If you don't understand my art, that's fine. Mm. I do enjoy occasionally posting shit for Stabby's skeptical nature, like Gordon Cooper talking about UFOs, the world famous astronaut from the 60s. That's interesting. Oh, the Lex Friedman. Okay. Lex Friedman, Joe Rogan joke. I think we talked about that last week. Yeah. Oh, the Portland DA got fired apparently. Oh, what this fucking car's doing. Hell? Oh, alright. I gotta fucking get a package or something. Alright. So that was fun. But yeah, the Portland DA guy apparently kicked out. It turns out when you stop prosecuting criminals, crime increases. which is shocking. Shocking, I know. Oh shit! It looks like Stabby watched the same child abuse case I watched. We can talk about that at some point. Pokemon. I don't remember if we talked about it. Pokemon basically told a story like within the last week or so about apparently she had an editor that was working for her regular, or suddenly was starting to be late with all his stuff, and she said she asked him, and he told her that as he was editing, he couldn't stop jerking off to her, like constantly jerking off to her, so much so that he would be like 2 weeks late with the stuff. Which again, it's possible that happened, but I can't see that happening to even like a really hot chick, much less average looking fucking kind of dumpy Pokemon. But whatever. Actually, even then, like how fucking long? The guy with the most active libido, it's not gonna kill that much fucking time. So it seems like something like a weird made up story that's kind of humble braggy. I'm so hot, this guy couldn't even do his job, which I don't think anybody's buying. Again, average looking dumpy Pokemon, but it's possible, I suppose. Brandon Buckingham had a decent review of the Wendigoon hit piece. It was pretty good. Oh, fuck. I haven't seen anything in the last few days, at least, so. In Praise of Shadows appears to have scurried off into whatever dark hole he fucking lives in. But he'll be back. There's no fucking way. That guy's way too fucking self-absorbed and self-important to stay off the internet. Just come back, remind us how the cannibals in The Hills Have Eyes are actually the oppressed, the minorities of the world. And they were the heroes of the movie. Tragic heroes that did not win in the end. So that's fun. Can't wait for that guy to come back. Anything else? All right. God damn it. Dude, that's real. Dude, the fact that Ludwig was struggling to fucking lift a 40-pound weight, dude. No matter how dense. Jesus Christ, that's pathetic. That not unexpected. From, the soy left. Soy far left. Package, Mom. There's the Illuminati. Alright. Goddamn. Gabby really had to go. Old feller. Alright. Let me go through my what's you doing, fool? What are you doing? Hey, you're back.
Yep, sorry about that.
Alright. Oh, dude, I was scrolling back through the shit. Did you see the it was a really short clip. I think it's like what the hell's the name of it? It was like the joke that made Matt famous or something like that's the title. There's like 4 different jokes. They do some kind of, it seems like it's some kind of like game show type competition where I think there's like 2 people on each side and they're supposed to try to make the other people laugh or something.
Oh, yeah.
But anyway, yeah. Do you remember the first? I remember the first joke was dad jokey, but not bad. There's total 4 jokes. The first joke is meh. Second joke and fourth joke just fucking sucked. But the third one was. Did you watch it or no?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
The one where
I
like
just
the
thought it was
last
really
joke is
fucking funny.
like, what's the difference between something or like it's a dick and a joke or something like that, and like such and such can take a
Yeah. No,
dick.
he says, yeah, like his teammate is this girl named Abby. And he says, "What's the difference between three cocks and a joke?" And when the other guys say, "What?" he's like, "Abby can't take a joke."
Oh wow,
Dude, that's fucking funny, dude.
that's
Because it's
yeah
his
yeah yeah
teammate.
that's good.
She literally says, "I'm on your team." And then
Yeah
he's like, "Oh, a different Abby."
yeah.
Like, dude, that's fucking funny. Oh, fuck. But yeah, the other jokes were pretty fucking lame, but I thought that was really fucking funny. Like, the joke itself's pretty good, and then the follow up with the, "Oh, no, different Abby," was pretty good, too.
Oh, there's
That was all.
the different Abbey is probably the best part of the. Yeah, I've definitely watched that because it was
Yeah.
said
Like,
with
the
such
joke's pretty
like
brutal.
disdain, like such utter disdain. Oh, different Abbey, like whatever. Like who gives a shit
Yeah,
about
like,
you,
he's not
bitch?
even.
Shut up. Like,
Yeah, like he's literally not even trying to actually convince her it's a different Abby. He's just like, "Oh yeah, no, different, not you."
oh yeah, no, no, not you. That'd be terrible.
Mm-mm. Yeah, although the joke is pretty brutal, dude. I like the joke itself. It's pretty fucked up. She can
Oh
take three
yeah.
cocks, but she cannot take a joke. Yeah, but yeah, the follow up was pretty clever.
Oh god,
Yeah.
what was it? Speaking of taking dick, uh, fucking this one of the servers I'm on has a bunch of simps on it, and I made a comment about how doing OnlyFans and things like that isn't really a job. It's not real work.
Right, right.
And boy, did they not appreciate that.
Oh,
They were
dude.
all stumbling
I
all
mean, come
over
on.
themselves to tell me like that it was a real job, and I'm like, dude, think whatever you want. I don't give a shit. Like, you're not gonna change my
Uh,
mind. Like,
yeah, yeah. No, so again,
and I'm
similar
being
to the
polite because
fair use
they're
thing.
not mean to me on any kind of regular basis. So I'm not like trying to start shit. But it was just like, yeah, you think whatever you
Yeah,
want, guys. But like, it's not really a
yeah,
job. Taking pictures of your
yeah. No,
crotch
it's
like
ridiculous.
once in a while, and posting them is not really work.
Yeah,
Sorry.
yeah. No, it's ridiculous. Yeah, that's one of those
Sorry to
ones where
burst
like,
your
I can
bubble,
whatever you,
fellers.
yeah, whatever you think. Nobody's probably going to change your mind in any direction on something like that. So
Yeah.
it's really pointless to bother trying to convince
I
each
just I
other of
just
anything.
I'm just genuinely
It's
mind
weird though.
blown that anyone would actually think that that's a real job. Like,
Yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. That's the same as like ditch digging. Dude, it's just as strenuous, I'm sure.
yeah,
It's fucking any of the worst manual labor you can think of. They don't have
yeah,
it as tough as OnlyFans models.
yeah. Like, if you're gonna try to
Uh,
compare that to like digging a ditch or working fast food or retail or something, it's like, nah, dude, those are
yeah.
miserable fucking jobs. Like, nobody wants those.
Mhm.
Those are that awful.
Yeah.
You can't convince me that that's legitimate work if it's like
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh yeah, this is easy.
Yeah, I would even give like, streamers more credit for what they do.
Oh
Even if
yeah,
they're people that literally don't really do much other than, again, live stream them watching shit that they don't that they barely comment on. Like, I'd still put that ahead of whatever the fuck OnlyFans models do.
literally they just put out like thirst traps on various different platforms like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Twitch, whatever. They just do stuff that'll
Yeah,
get people horny for them, and then they just
yeah, and then they
fucking
link the
and then they just advertise their OnlyFans, and then people go and pay
yeah.
for
Oh,
their
by the way,
OnlyFans, and that's how they make their money. And it's like that's fine.
yeah,
I don't, I'm not. I don't think it should.
yeah,
Personally, I don't think it should be legal. The way that it's
you're
being
right,
done right
right,
now, I think there's a lot of issues going on, and a lot of fucking people that aren't supposed to be having access to the porn getting access to the porn. Things
right,
like that,
right.
you know. Uh,
Yeah, but it ain't a fucking job, no matter what.
but
It ain't
yeah,
no
you ain't
fucking job.
never gonna convince me that it's a regular job.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Like that's just never gonna happen. Like, I'm willing to take a lot of fucking leaps of faith, but That particular one, just we're not going down that road together, fellas.
Yeah, have you heard anything about the, speaking of OnlyFans, have you heard any of the shit recently from iDubbbz and his fucking whore OnlyFans girlfriend wife
No.
going on the last week or so?
No, I don't follow iDub, so...
Yeah. No, I haven't in forever, but like I follow a bunch of the commentary guys or drama,
Oh, and
whatever
you
way
talk about
I
that
call
shit?
them.
Because I just
Yeah,
generally
yeah,
don't see anything about that stuff at all. Like, it's not...
yeah. No, there's a few of the commentary guys that are actually watching. Um, but yeah, like Anissa started like streaming again, I guess, and it's just really weird because like she doesn't really do anything. Like well, I should say she doesn't do anything new. Like literally, almost everything that she's talking about is her trying to fucking quote unquote own the fucking lame incel haters. You know, everybody, you know, making fun of her basically, and her and iDubbbz. Beyond that, she
For
spends
good
a lot of time
reason.
talking about. Yeah, she talks about. Spends a lot of time talking about how her and keep their content separate, which she mentions when they're both on the same stream a lot, which is weird. What's some of the other ones? I'm trying to think. There's about 4 or 5 things that she basically talks about
Oh, it's
every
like
fucking day.
it's like a loop. It's like on a loop. It's
Yeah,
not, yeah, it's
yeah,
just...
yeah. Oh, Ian Stu, the most fascinating shit is her inability to stop talking about Ian's IBS, about Ian shitting his pants.
That's weird. Like, I would be
Dude,
very
well, I remember the first time. I remember the first time I
against
took,
my girlfriend talking about that on a regular basis, you know?
dude. Yeah, I got to try to find the clip of the first time it happened because it was so fucking bizarre. Like they're both on the same stream. I assume it was there, but they're having a conversation about whatever. I don't remember what it was, but literally, she just fucking shoehorns in. Oh yeah, no, it's like when you know, poop your pants or whatever. Like she just shoehorned it in. Had nothing to do with what they had been talking about, right? So I was like, what the fuck is wrong? What the fuck is going on here? And why is iDubbbz not slapping the shit out of her? Or being like, bitch, why are you fucking mentioning that on air? But yeah,
Yeah.
she's mentioned it now several fucking times. Like, and then on the live stream a few days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, does it again. And then her and Ian were streaming together, and they spent like a good, almost an hour, I think, talking about his celiac disease and his fucking issues with his fucking IBS. And I'm like, what the fuck, dude? Like, why are you still talking about this? Like, I can't even imagine your own fans,
Want
like
to
the
hear about,
non-ironic
like, this
fans, want
guy
to hear
shitting his
it.
pants, because, like,
Yeah.
that doesn't seem like a very
Why?
interesting topic, if I'm being honest.
No. Yeah. Yeah. Not. Yeah. It's certainly not multiple times. Like, you know what I mean? Like, oh, okay, kind of. Yes. Didn't need to know it, but okay. But yeah, for him to keep doing it, it's so fucking bizarre. Although I do have a theory, I don't know that this is true, but it's just a possibility. Anissa's a sadist, and iDubbbz has a
Oh,
humiliation fetish.
that actually makes a lot of sense.
Yeah, so if she's a sadist, which is pretty good, yeah, that's definitely well within the realm of possibility for that fucking horrible bitch. And Ian has an humiliation fetish.
Yeah, makes sense. Could be.
So yeah, not necessarily what's happening, but it wouldn't make it wouldn't make a lot of sense. Like it would kind of make sense why they would keep doing shit like that.
Yeah, that actually, yeah.
He
The only
clearly,
that's the only thing that really makes sense, honestly,
yeah,
at a
yeah.
certain point, because
That's
it's
why,
like,
because again, you try to figure out why is he allowing it.
yeah,
I
you
get
do
being
have to
pussy
wonder
whipped
about
and all
that.
that. Like I get being pussy whipped. I get being, you know, kind of gaslighted into shit. But yeah. Without that, how the fuck are you okay with that? So yeah, I'm like, fuck. He must enjoy being humiliated.
Yeah, it could be.
But yeah, anyways, they're fucking. It's so sad. I'm actually wondering if she's not actually just doing the shit on purpose, especially the not that necessarily, but her talking shit about again, because again, anyone criticizing them are just incel losers
Yeah, that's
in
like a
their mind.
weird thing that a lot of people use and throw out there. Is like now is like,
Yeah,
oh yeah, you don't
yeah, it's
like
just
you're
weird.
an incel. It's like, and a lot of times it's like there's no relation to sex. Like it's not
Yeah,
even
yeah,
a sexual
yeah. It's kind of
topic,
like
and you're just kind of confused, going like,
yeah, no, it's the same thing as it's similar anyway. Not nearly as effective as Keppel's just saying everyone's being transphobic when they criticize her for her shitty behavior. So it's similar to that, where it's just kind of dismissive and like, oh no, just losers who can't get laid. She tells a story about how I named Rusty Cage. That was at the last Creator Clash. Oh, Creator Clash. That's another thing. That's the other main thing they talk about. How badly they fucked up Creator Clash, which is really odd because again, it was supposed to be for charity, but they ended up losing like $250,000. So no charity money was given. They did have apparently
but I bet their expenses
somewhere
were all
between.
paid, and they probably went out to dinner a bunch and fucking.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, they had a fucking gala. I've heard it mentioned that there were up to 4 different parties, which over the whole thing, it's not that hard to believe. But definitely after the fight, because I guess her rationale was, well, last time everybody just got beat up, then got on their fights and left. So we wanted to, have a get together so they could kind of process everything, which is stupid. It sounds, at least the way she's describing it, sounds fucking stupid. Like, what is there to process, right? But yeah, it's basically my theory, and a lot of the people's theories is, yeah, she's basically wanting to pay people to fucking be her friends, like, because they paid for people to come to watch the shit. They paid other creators to come just to watch the goddamn fight and not actually participate in the fights. And then again, they had at least one huge party afterwards. And so yeah, it's not a real big mystery about how they managed to lose 250 grand.
Yeah, they just
But they
blew
keep
it all on
talking
shit
about
they
it.
wanted to do for parties.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, that's pretty easy. Yeah,
yeah,
that's kind of like hard to justify and not really hard to figure out.
yeah. I don't know why, because it's over. It's like a year ago, and they just barely started talking about it recently. Like it's kind of in the past at this point, and they're bringing it back up. It's fucking. I don't understand what the rationale is that why they would be talking about it now, because nobody was really, you know what I mean? Nobody was
Honestly,
giving
if
a shit
I'd been given
anymore.
money to that and it was supposed to be like a charity thing, and they turned around and were like, "Oh, well, unfortunately, we weren't able to get any donations to charity," I would expect my money back.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
I donated to charity. I didn't donate to give them a party. You know what I mean? Like I didn't
Mm-hmm.
donate for them to pay a bunch of people a bunch of money that had nothing to
Mm-hmm.
do with what they
Yeah,
were
well, I
doing
mean,
and nothing to do with the charity.
well, it's for charity, but they were supposed to get money from pay-per-view sales. That was supposed to give the charity money, so it wasn't actually donations. Although it's funny because
Oh, it sounded
I
like
don't
it
know if
was
you
one of
know
those
who.
like GoFundMe things where they like
Oh no, 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 no,
raise the
no,
money.
no,
Oh,
no,
okay, okay. Never mind then.
no. It was literally no. They paid the 20 grand a piece, like at least 10 grand, and possibly up to 20 grand each for each of the
Uh,
fighters. And then obviously room and board and all that shit, all the parties, all that shit. So, and then they basically, you remember, I know you're not a huge fan of Sam Hyde, but you remember I dubbed Sam Hyde thing
oh, I have
that
anything
happened
against
a while
Sam
ago?
Hyde.
Yeah, no, you just don't think he's funny, or it's not your humor, I guess I would say,
Oh yeah,
right?
yeah,
Is that fair to
yeah.
say?
His normal content's really not my thing. Yeah, fair enough. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, You know how Idubbbz went and hung out with him for like a week or whatever,
Yeah.
which apparently, like Sam actually liked Idubbbz, like he actually liked his content and all that kind of shit, right? But he
Yeah.
realized like almost immediately that Ian was not here just to make a bunch of content, that Ian was here to fucking do a hippies on him. So he did a
Oh,
bunch of
yeah.
shit to fuck. You know what I mean? Like, so he did a bunch of fucking crazy shit to fuck with him.
Oh, yeah.
And yeah, like he went
As
so
you
far
would.
as to
As you
pay,
would. That's a perfectly
yeah,
reasonable response to somebody pretending to be
yeah,
your friend and wanting to hang out and doing it so they can
yeah,
make a hit piece.
yeah, trying to act like he's coming in good faith. Obviously not. Totally, yeah. Dude, one of the things that's so fucking fun. He actually paid a chick, like $500, 1,000, whatever he paid her, but basically paid this chick to shave her head and come in and pretend to be Sam paid her to pretend to be his girlfriend, a drug addicted girlfriend. Which, dude, if you see it, I don't know if you've ever actually watched Sam's version of that one, because what happened was basically like Idubbbz did all that shit. I assume he went back home and realized there's nothing for a hit piece here. There's not really anything for me to work with. So I believe that he just was never going to put anything out. He was just going to scrap it and say fuck it, right? Sam gave him a long period of time where he was like, dude, your video, what the fuck's going on? Because obviously he was filming the same, you know what I mean? He had his film, got his film in the same exact shit that Idubbbz was filming. So Sam was finally like, all right, well, I'm going to put mine out. Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's been almost a
Yeah.
year. I'm going to put mine out. Yeah, obviously a good video, but dude, it's so funny to see that chick because she does such a great job. Idubbbz is a fucking idiot for not at least considering the possibility that Sam was fucking with him. Like, he knows Sam Hyde well enough. He should have fucking thought that was at least a possibility, but he did not.
Yeah, I have not seen much of Sam Hyde, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say, yeah, that's a pretty obvious one.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah,
Like if it was just a drug addicted girlfriend and not a drug addicted, oddly shaved bald girl, like that would
yeah,
be more believable.
yeah, yeah. But no, apparently he bought it the whole fucking time. He was really like, oh yeah, Sam is this pathetic. He would have a girlfriend like this. Like, I assume that's what his mindset was.
Wow.
I'm guessing, but like that does seem to be what it is, or what it was. You should watch, actually, even if you don't like Sam. You should. I would suggest you give that his video a watch.
Oh,
The truth about
I'm
Ida.
100. I'd be 100% in on that one. That actually sounds really
Yeah,
funny.
yeah. But anyway, so like towards the end, Ian finally gets him to sit down for like an interview or what. And at one point in there, he's like, "So, are you planning to, get any help for your girlfriend, like with her drug habit?" And he's like, considering she's just a girl that I paid like $500 to shave her head and act like a drug addict, no, I'm not planning on getting her any help anytime soon. And Idubbbz was like, shocked. Like he just apparently did not consider that possibility at all. I'm like, dude, you're fucking pathetic.
Yeah, considering the
But even now,
source, that to me seems like one of those things where it's like, yeah, that's definitely something you should suspect.
Sam Hyde.
Sam
He's
Hyde.
constantly fucking with people. That's one of the main fucking things he does.
That's his entire content is fucking with people.
Well,
And while I
well,
respect,
no, but
he's
it's a good
actually one of
chunk of
those
it.
people who like, uh, he doesn't go out and like victimize people.
Yeah, yeah,
Like he
yeah.
does
No,
like
it's
weird
it
shit in
has a little
public
thought
and
into
fucks
it.
around and jokes with people and makes them part of his content. But it's not in a way that's like vindictive or vicious or anything like that. Where a lot
Yeah,
of these people, like
yeah,
the shit they do, you're like, dude, what the fuck is
yeah.
wrong
Why are
with
you?
you?
Yeah,
Like, why would you do
yeah.
that to somebody?
The fucking with old people shit that's starting to happen or has happened recently. Yeah,
Oh yeah, I
yeah.
saw
No,
a video on
his
that. Yeah, where the guy was like starting a fight with some old guy, And I'm like, dude, I can't think of a dumber thing to do. Because there's two
Yeah,
things,
yeah.
one of two things, one of two things is going to eventually happen. One,
Nebraska shot.
they're not gonna be smart enough to make sure there's nobody around, and they're gonna start fucking with the old guy, and some other dude who's gonna be like a perfectly reasonable person is gonna be like, all right, I'm gonna beat the fucking brakes off this motherfucker now, and then he's gonna proceed to go beat the brakes off the motherfucker. Like he's just
Yeah,
gonna go
yeah.
beat the holy living
There's
shit out
no,
of him,
yeah,
and there ain't gonna be shit anyone can do about it. You know, right? Like maybe you can
yeah.
call the
That's the
police
thing. There's
later
no,
and make him pay for your hospital bills, but you're still
yeah,
gonna get the fuck beat out of you. Or
yeah.
they gonna fuck with the wrong old man, and that old man ain't gonna be a weak little
Shot.
pussy, and he gonna fucking beat the brakes off of him. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah.
Like,
It's kind of a no-win.
either the old man is gonna turn out to be
Situation.
like some fucking ex-military or ex-boxer or something, and just fuck him up, or it's gonna be
Yeah,
some
or
random
literally
dude
fucking shoot
or
him.
woman or something that's nearby who does the same thing. Like it's just
Yeah,
there's no
yeah.
way
It's
it ends
insane.
well.
Yeah.
Oh, that is so funny.
So that's very odd. Yeah. All right, but yeah. Anyway, so yeah. I mean, that is a good chunk of it, but he does a lot of it too. Like maybe you just haven't seen the other kind of shit he does, but fucking with
You know,
people is
also
definitely a
there's a
thing.
point at which I have trouble keeping up with YouTubers a lot of times because YouTube will just not give me videos that people make.
Oh, right, right.
Like periodically
Yeah,
I'll be watching somebody, so like I may have watched a bunch of Sam Hyde shit, I don't remember, or whatever,
yeah.
and then YouTube just stopped showing me Sam Hyde stuff.
Oh, yeah. No, he's definitely like public enemy number one. Like no
Persona
sponsorship,
non
no
grata
ad.
with YouTube for certain.
Yeah,
Yeah, for certain.
yeah. Well, I never watched the show that he had on Adult Swim, the $1 Million Extreme or whatever.
No,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, I never watched it. Everybody that's seen it seems to like, it was fucking great shit. But apparently, Tim Heidecker, the guy from Tim and Eric or whatever.
Yeah.
What the hell was it? You know what I'm talking about?
No,
They had a show,
not
like they
offhand,
had
but
shit on. Well, anyways, he's the dude that was. Bob Goes to the Mayor or whatever the fuck that show is. Tom Goes to the Mayor. What the fuck is that show called? On that was on Adult Swim. Um, with him and Bob Odenkirk and them. But anyways, Heidecker did not like Sam. I assume he felt threatened by him because, again, a lot of people consider Sam really fucking funny. The show was apparently really good. Like, it was definitely the best show in the whatever time slot he had. So Tim, because he was a bigger draw, like, had a couple shows on Adult Swim at the time, essentially got him, like, blackballed and, like, fired.
oh wow, what a shitty thing to
Yeah,
do.
dude. Yeah, Tim's a fucking scumbag. It sucks because those dudes were funny. Like, he hasn't really done much shit
That's the
lately.
problem with Hollywood. Is there's
Yeah,
too
yeah.
much like nepotism
Pulling
shit
the
going
ladder up.
on, and so a lot of
Yeah, also
talentless pieces of shit end up at the top because they're just scummy and willing to take whatever, like, fuck over everyone on the way up.
yeah, or they're the people that are like got up there like doing edgy shit that was funny. Like, I loved Sarah Silverman's old shit, Patton Oswalt's old shit. But yeah, they all pulled the fucking ladder up after him. Like, oh yeah, no, we shouldn't be allowed to do that. Now that I've made a fucking shitload of money and got the fame and fortune, now that stuff's bad.
Or in
Now
Patton's
nobody
case,
else
now
can
that I
do it.
murdered my wife.
Yeah, yeah. He was really funny up until that point. Sucks. Then he had to go murder his wife
You know what
and
kills
murder his
me
sense of
is
humor.
I watched this show called Justified with Timothy Oliphant playing like a detective or not a detective.
Yeah. Sheriff or something. Yeah,
It was a marshal. It was like a federal
Marshall.
marshal,
Okay,
something like that.
yeah.
And
No, I know he was
Patton
on that.
Oswalt played
Yeah.
a role in there that I thought was really, really well done, and he played it very well.
Yeah, no, he's actually a good actor and all that. I
And
love
it
the guy,
was like
dude.
the
From
whole
like
role was
20
like
years.
a police officer that just got shit on all the time by everybody, even other police
Yeah,
officers.
yeah,
But at the end of
yeah.
the
No,
day,
he's
like he still was willing to take a beating to protect his friend Raylan, and it was like that was a fucking great role, and he did it very well. And it was just like it's
yeah,
such a shame
yeah. No,
because
he's
he's such a piece of
yeah.
shit. It's like
Yeah, dude. No, seriously. Like when he had first come up, back. I think I looked. I've actually looked it up. It was like '97 or something around there. Yeah, for like 20 years, that dude was like my pretty much my favorite fucking comedian, or at least always in the top five or whatever. I fucking
oh
loved the
he
spectrum and
was
shit.
hilarious. He's not now, which is
Yeah,
sad because I've seen some of his
yeah,
stuff now, and
yeah,
it's like he's just not
yeah. It's
funny.
woke bullshit. Yeah, he's too afraid to fucking offend people. That's why, yeah, you should never live in fucking Hollywood, dude.
Oh yeah, that's one of those things Joe Rogan is saying now because he moved out to
Yeah, when
Texas.
he, yeah, but he's in Austin now.
Yeah,
Different,
that's
isn't
what I'm
it?
saying. He's saying it now because he moved out of Hollywood, and he's like
Yeah,
constantly
yeah. So
anybody
he
he knows
eventually,
that's a friend of his that's still in LA, he's constantly being like, "Hey, come on, come out to Austin, move up to Denver." He's not even like get there. He's just get
yeah, he's
out
not
of
even saying, "Hey,
Hollywood.
come here
Get
with
out of
me."
Hollywood. It's
Yeah,
poison. You don't want to be there anymore.
yeah, yeah. Although he probably might do the same with Austin eventually, but maybe not. It's a different
I mean,
kind of left
eventually, Austin
canon, I
is
guess.
super left wing.
Yeah,
I imagine
yeah.
he's in Austin primarily because weed. Let's all be honest now.
Hmm. Hmm. Oh yeah. Plus, Alex Jones is right there. That's kind of nice. Have that
Oh
guy
yeah, yeah,
nearby.
yeah. Alex, like, if you Alex Jones seems like a fun guy. Like what is it? The Sam Hyde. I've seen him on like long podcasts where he's just being himself. He's not being a character.
Yeah,
I find him
yeah,
very charming and fun and entertaining when he's just being himself.
yeah,
I think
yeah.
he's
That one we
absolutely
did after.
delightful. So and I think he's hilarious when he's just talking and bullshitting around. So like I
Yeah,
can imagine his content being very good.
yeah. No, yeah. There's a lot of good shit. I think you've only seen a certain aspect of it though, too. Might be some of it, but or just a matter of different sense of humor on that shit. But yeah. No, he's definitely like one of the I don't know what you call it, counterculture, I guess, something like that. I don't know what you fucking call it, but he's definitely not part of the mainstream shit because they've obviously rejected him for being just too outspoken on whatever bullshit.
Yeah.
Although there's an interview that he did right after he did his whole fight thing. Um, oh, that's God damn it! Hold on, we'll talk about that later. Right? I'm going back to what I originally started talking about. He bought like fucking front row seats, like 10, like 2,000, like $5,000 a piece, $2,000 a piece, something crazy. I think he bought five, and they were 2,000 a piece. So he spent like 10 grand
Oh
to go
wow.
just watch, and they fucking barred him. Like they didn't bother to tell him until he was there that he wasn't allowed in. Like literally,
Wow.
they were actually inside, and they were like, "Hey, come out, items. I'm have to talk to you." And that's when he found out that he wasn't going to be allowed to stay in. And it
He
was
wasn't
also
even gonna be
why,
allowed just to watch the fight.
yes, dude, like they were so fucking
They
terrified of
do
him
realize
doing
that that's a
something.
fucking crime, right?
Yeah, yeah, I would hope so. I mean, it'd be
It's
nice if they
fraud.
got
You can't
busted
sell
for it.
somebody tickets if
Yeah,
you've already decided they're not allowed to be there.
yeah, it's fucking yeah, yeah, beyond illegal. It's just a fucked up thing to
Oh
do.
yeah, yeah. Morally,
Like,
it's
why
it's
didn't you tell him
absolute
before
fucking
he
trash. Like
bought his
I doubt
plane
Sam would be the
tickets?
kind of guy to go after them legally as long as he got his money
Yeah,
back. Like, because I'm
yeah,
sure they gave him
yeah.
back his 50K. Because they don't
They,
get to keep
yeah.
that.
I haven't
But
heard that they did, but I haven't really looked into it. He talked about it. It definitely didn't wasn't if he did get the money back. It definitely wasn't immediate. I assume they did, but you never know with fucking anytime a niece is involved with anything, you never know how shitty they
oh
how
yeah, well, I
shitty it
would
can
never
be.
get in business with them in the first place. I'd never be paying for a ticket to go watch whatever it is bullshit they were doing anyway in the first place because I just wouldn't want to be
Yeah,
involved in
yeah. I would
any
not
way with
do
those
anything with
people.
it.
It's just not a
Yeah,
good
yeah.
plan.
Right. Yeah, and again, there's some dude named Froggy Fresh, who was scheduled to fight Chris Reagan, who I believe Anissa either dated or tried to date. Because I remember her, like, apparently, I've seen videos later on, which I didn't know her at the time. But apparently, like, shortly after her and Ian had gotten together, like, they were early on, apparently, already fighting about shit, like, already not getting along, right? And she would be on, like, live streams, like, flirting and hitting on fucking Chris Reagan. Yeah.
Whoa.
In fact, shortly after that whole, you remember Lacey Green, that chick, the lefty stupid bitch?
Yeah, sex positive.
Started dating him. Yeah.
Don't
Started
wash your
dating
pussy
Chris
girl.
Reagan.
I will always remember her as the don't wash your pussy girl.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so when that had happened and she did the whole taking the red pill fucking video or whatever, Anissa like posted a pic of Chris Reagan like shirtless and like, oh yeah, no wonder she took the red pill. Like basically saying like, yeah, it's Chris Reagan. He's sexy. This is while she was with Ida.
Like, no offense, but Chris Reagan is not at all attractive.
Yeah, and I don't know. I'm not good at knowing if guys are hot. There's plenty of guys I'm like, him? Really? Yeah, like, so I'm not really good at that shit. But
okay,
yeah,
let me
I wouldn't
rephrase
thought
that.
so.
There is no doubt whatsoever that Chris Reagan is not a traditionally attractive man. There are going to be people who have like every. Well, here's the thing: chicks are into all sorts of different things. Every chick has got like her own thing that she's into. It's rare that a conventionally attractive person is like the only thing a woman is into. Usually they'll be like into obvious hot dudes, but also like. They like a skinny rocker
like
guy, or
they
like the dad bod guy who's kind of a little out of shape, or they like the, there's chicks that like fat dudes. There's chicks that like fat dudes, just like there's dudes that like fat chicks, like just people, somebody out there for everybody, really.
Yeah.
But they're into all sorts of things. So it's like Chris Reagan is not hot, but he's successful. He has money. So that's probably more of what was drawing them in any way. In either regard, anyway, because that's usually what does it.
But yeah, just the fact that she was doing shit like that, like literally.
Oh, he played guitar and sang too, of course. Yeah, no wonder he was getting them wet. I forgot.
Dude, women, how did they fall for that shit like so easy? It's fucking amazing. Hey, I got an acoustic guitar I can barely play, but I can strum it and it sounds like music. Oh my god, yeah, that gets women's panties so fucking wet.
Yeah, there's I get a lot of compliments from women when I sing because I have a deeper voice.
Nice. Yeah.
I don't believe anybody, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I just can't fucking. Funny. I hear people tell me, you're an amazing singer. It's amazing. Blah blah blah, and it's like I can't believe it.
Yeah, I don't believe you.
Yeah, I mean, it's.
Yeah, no, I would be the same way. I know what you mean, dude. Like, fuck you, shut up. Like, you're not going to say that, but you're like, dude, come on.
You're not going to make me look dumb.
Yeah, you just don't want to believe it. Yeah, you're not going to make me believe it. My self-esteem is too low for me to accept that I'm good at anything.
Yeah.
All right, that was a little harsher than I meant. That's supposed to be jokingly.
That's what I was joking about. Somebody was telling me I was a good singer, and I was like... No, you're sorry, but the self-loathing is way too powerful for that to have any effect on me.
Yeah. I'm going to assume you're making fun of me, so you can insist that you don't, but don't bother, because I'm going to assume you're making fun of me.
Yeah.
No matter how sincere you sound. Yeah, so anyway, so that happened, and then also, Chris Reagan was supposed to fight this dude named Froggy Fresh, who I'm not familiar with, but anyways, Froggy Fresh decided to, Sam Hyde offered to train him, because Sam Hyde's into boxing and shit.
Oh yeah, I've seen Sam Hyde. Sam Hyde is fucking ripped.
Yeah, he's a big dude. Like, beyond being in shape, he's like 6'3", 6'4", like, he's a big dude.
Yeah, he's definitely not somebody I'd want to fight, like, for real. Like, I mean, like, Chris Reagan, okay. I'm out of shape. I can barely run around the thing, but one good shot, and I'm pretty sure he's fucking done for. You know?
Yeah, I think I could literally let him beat the shit out of me for the entire thing, and he would not like knock me down.
Yeah, I
But
don't think it
anyway,
would do
so
much, especially if he
Froggy
was wearing
Fresh,
gloves.
yeah, yeah. So I've seen a couple at least pics of Froggy Fresh. He's a little twink guy like fucking Chris Ray Gun is, right? So
Oh yeah, it
anyways,
makes
like
sense. Yeah, if you're gonna have two
towards the
people
very end
fight.
when they find out that Sam is training him, they cancel him. Well, they blame it on him making some joke about OnlyFans on Twitter or whatever.
Wait,
But
what?
it's generally believed. Yeah, that's a bullshit excuse anyway. But it's generally believed the real reason is because Sam Hyde was training him, and they didn't want to have anything to do with Sam Hyde.
So what is iDubbbz's
Uh,
problem? Is it just that fucking being called out
yeah,
on trying
no,
to do a
no, no,
hit
no, no,
piece
no,
or something like?
no, 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 no. Anissa hates Sam Hyde,
Oh, okay.
so Idubbbz has to hate her basically. Because again, Anissa, like Sam Hyde's onto her bullshit. Like, I mean, most people know how horrible she is. It's amazing that Idubbbz doesn't. But anyways, like he's literally like,
Dude,
no,
regular
I like
blowjobs can
Idubbbz. I
really
just think,
brainwash people.
yeah, yeah. He's literally, no, I like Idubbbz. I just think he needs to ditch that fucking horrible wife. So I can understand why she hates him. Because he's gone out of his way to talk shit about her. Nothing unwarranted or untrue that I can see. But anyways, yeah, that's the main focus behind it. Almost certainly.
Yeah, but you can't hang out with
Um,
somebody if you're trash talking their wife all the time. Like they're
yeah,
gonna
yeah.
sooner or later
No, I
they're
don't
gonna
think he
not want
did
to
it a
hear
lot.
it, or their wife is gonna hear it, and they're gonna get in trouble. And then like
Yeah, I don't think he mentioned it that much though. Like leading up to it. But anyway, so forget whatever the reasons are. Froggy Fresh gets canceled, and then whoever they pick to replace him, because Froggy Fresh and Chris Ray Gun are little fucking twinks. They're pretty evenly matched. Whoever they brought in beat the shit out of Chris Ray Gun. Like it was not a fair fight. The dude was significantly bigger and just beat the shit out of him. And there's also theories that
oh, that's why I would never
so
fuck with celebrity boxing. I mean, other than the fact that I don't like fighting,
yeah,
so I'm not gonna go do a boxing match unless there'd have to be a lot of fucking money in it. Um, but I would never want to get involved with celebrity fucking boxing unless there were
yeah, yeah.
legitimate like the people making the final call on whether or not the fight was okay were not
Mm,
directly involved with the celebrities. Like, so in other words, they would make the call based on weight and class. Like you're not you're not putting me against like a tiny little guy or a guy that's like 5 times my size. Like I'm not
yeah,
gonna box
yeah,
somebody. Like for instance, you've seen me in person, so I'm a pretty big dude. Like I'm not gonna go
yeah,
on a celebrity boxing match and take on somebody like Tom Cruise, who's like
mm,
5'3" and half my weight. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like
yeah,
it would be unfair, and it would be equally unfair the other way around. And I can't imagine why any of these celebrities do it, unless it's just desperation for fame or money.
yeah. No, I think most of them were fairly evenly matched, and that one was like if you're fighting Froggy Fresh,
Froggy
that
Fresh,
was
yeah,
again two wings.
but that's the thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
would
the person they
immediately
replaced.
drop out if they were like, oh, well, we're gonna kick this guy out
Yeah,
because there's some personal issues with Sam Hyde
mhm,
training him, and we don't
yeah,
like it. And you're gonna fight this
yeah.
other
No,
guy
they
who's
should have.
like 200 pounds heavier than you. It's like, nah, I'll pass. Thanks, I'm out. We're done.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm not gonna just
yeah. And again,
fight whoever
I
you guys
shouldn't. Yeah,
feel
they
like
should
it
have
on the
just dropped
whim.
the
You
fight.
know,
Yeah, they should have just dropped the fight, not had him fight.
Exactly. What they should, or
But
they
yeah,
should have,
they scrambled and
or
just
they should
found whoever they
have
could immediately. It was very
rescheduled and
late in
taken
the
the
game.
time to find somebody who was an even match.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Maybe
know?
wait until the next creator clash or whatever.
Yeah, exactly. Say we're gonna have to say no on this one for now because we had to lose one of the fighters for whatever reason they made up. And then
Mhm.
the next
Yeah,
time we're gonna get this going on. We're gonna have this guy fight somebody else. We're gonna find somebody who's in the right weight class because the only people we could find are either too big or too small, and it's not fair.
yeah, yeah. It's funny because when Anissa was supposed to fight Brittany Venti. Like both creator clashes, she was supposed to fight Brittany Venti. and she backed
And I
out both
bet Brittany
times.
Venti was like, "Okay, let's go."
I would have actually paid. I would hope. I don't know if Brittany Venti can fight, but
Brittany
yeah,
Venti
if
is, you know,
Anissa was getting the
she's like
shit beat
half
out of her.
black, half white, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Have
yeah,
you ever
yeah.
met a black chick that wasn't ready to fight?
Yeah, yeah. No, I would hope so, but
I'm
yeah,
not
I
saying
would
she
love
could
to see
cash
it.
in or win. I'm just saying I bet she was ready to go.
Oh
That's all
yeah.
I'm saying.
Oh yeah, no, Brittany, yeah, definitely hates Anissa, like almost everybody does. So, yeah, but she backed out twice, and she didn't get another opponent for Venti. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm curious why the fuck that, didn't happen. So
Was
the
it
theory
a
is that
personal thing?
Ian, there's a
Like Venti was
theory
only
that
there to
it's a
fight her, you know, kind of thing.
um, yeah, yeah. I don't know. I don't know. I just know Anissa backed out actually. So maybe I'm being unfair, and Venti did just say, "Well, fuck it then." But anyways, the the theory is partly that Idubbbz is like jealous because his wife quite obviously finds Raygun more attractive than him,
Oh
and
yeah.
wanted to see him get shit beat out of him, and she wanted to see him get shit beat out of him because he rejected her. So it could be a combination of both of those, or it could not be anything, and he
What
just
does
decided to fuck someone
Idubbbz'
else.
wife look like again? I don't remember.
She's pretty average looking. Lately, she's been like she went on a couple days ago with no makeup, and she has a short, like, um, not even like a pixie haircut. Like it just looks like a dude. Um, but she's not like ugly or anything. But she's not particularly. Like, she's average. You know what I mean? Like she's not particularly attractive. She used to have fake tits. She doesn't anymore. So there's that, making things worse, I guess. But yeah, I mean, she's in the right lighting, the right make, right hair thing. She's decent looking.
Yeah, I'd hit it.
Um, right. Yeah, yeah. Although if you see her lately, like I said, a few days
I'm
ago,
just going off of the
um,
pictures I'm seeing on a random image search of Idubbbz' wife. So
yeah, 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 yeah. It's Anissa Jama, Jomha. Oh
she
shit!
looks all right.
I
She's
almost
not,
forgot.
but I see what you're saying. Yeah, she's like a 6 or a 7.
Yeah, yeah. She's not ugly, but she's not like exceptionally attractive.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Did you know that Idubbbz took
Oh, I
her
can
last
see why
name when
she
they
would
got
look like a
married?
dude in this picture. Yeah.
Yeah. Did you know he took her last name when they got married?
Oh, weird.
Yeah, he's Ian Jama now. So it's Anissa Jama married to Ian Jama.
Uh, I
Yeah.
don't like. Okay, so maybe I'm weird. I don't fucking care.
Yeah.
Like
No, it's just like
I
it's
don't have some sort of
yeah.
weird attachment to my name that I need it to be carried on into the future by my progeny. Because I'm gonna be
Yeah, yeah,
fucking
yeah.
dead. It's not gonna fucking matter to me. You know what I
Yeah, it
mean?
just
Like
seemed
in
like
100 years, I don't give a shit if there's Burks out there or not. I'm dead.
yeah. Yeah, it just seemed like an oddly like cucky kind of with everything else that's happened, that like seems like an even more of a bitch move, if that makes sense.
Like
Like, you
on
know what I'm
top of
saying?
everything else, I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, if he just did that, nobody, I don't think, would really give a shit. But again, because she treats him so horribly, and he fucking is, you know, essentially looks like a fucking hostage anytime they're together nowadays. Yeah, it's something they add on. Like, God damn, he really has become such a little bitch. So yeah, again, it's not a huge deal, but it's also, yeah, just another weird fucking, yeah, it's just weird. But anyways, yeah. So,
It's not the norm. I get that. I get
yeah,
it's
oh
not the
yeah,
norm.
definitely not.
I just look at it
Yeah,
as
yeah.
like, you know, none of my business. If they want to do it, they're going to do it. If they don't want to do it, they're not going to do it. I'm not going to stress
Yeah, yeah.
myself over it.
Yeah, yeah. Like when I was, well, we never got married. I wasn't like my ex take my last name. I didn't give a shit about any of that. Well, I wanted my son to have my last name. That seemed appropriate. But beyond that, yeah, I didn't really fucking care if she changed her last name or not.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh,
But anyways, yeah.
nice.
So, do you know who Nick Diorio is? Nicholas Diorio. He's like one of the commentaries. I feel like some of them earn the name commentary. Some of them, It's all mostly the same shit, but the way they cover the shit is kind of different. Like the ones that
Yeah.
actually do some kind of investigation and that kind of shit, I'll give them the commentary label. The ones like
Oh yeah.
Dick DiOrio, Turkey Tom, some of the other ones, yeah, I'll give them commentary status. Somebody like Keemstar, yeah, he's drama. You know what I mean? He's not a commentary channel. He's fucking drama.
Yeah.
So yeah, but anyways, yeah, Nick DiOrio is one of the more popular ones now. I remember him from him totally wrecking Geek Thulu back in the day.
Oh well, that's not
Mm.
hard. Geek Thulu is kind of stupid.
Yeah, no, but there was like a live stream when he was hanging out with Worski and them, where he was just fucking sulking, dude. He was just such a, being like a whiny little bratty fucking bitch. And
Oh
then they were
yeah.
like, dude, what's wrong, man? What's going on? Like, and he wouldn't say. And it was literally because Nick DiOrio was online just fucking with him. So
Wow.
I'm partial to him because I hate, Geek Thulu fucking sucks. He's a fucking, yeah, scumbag. So yeah, I remembered him from that, but I just recently like, oh, I remember this guy when I came across him through there.
Oh yeah. Right on.
But yeah, he's one of the ones that goes pretty hardcore at it. He was definitely one of the ones that was on the, like when the Keppel shit, like a year, back when she actually did the GoFundMe, like he was kind of like, you guys are kind of like jumping on her for this, like what the fuck. But once he realized what was like, he's the person that's going to change his mind if he notices he's wrong. So, which is another thing which should be pretty common for everyone, but isn't. So
Yeah.
I give credit to people that are literally like, okay, yeah, no, I did kind of fucking sweep board. I did kind of fucking like defend her. So, but I realized, pretty quickly she's full of shit. And she was the main one that went after him. Or
Oh,
he's
that's
one of the main
nice.
ones that has been going after Keffels and that. So yeah, he actually does some investigative shit. Um, so yeah, I like him. Like he's the one that was kind of busted on Keffels when they were talking about back when she had gone to like Ireland or whatever, where he's like, okay, so you had to escape the quote unquote the internet, so you went to Ireland, but then you fucking like announced like the food truck you were going to be going to in like a half an hour, and then she's like, yeah, so what's your point? Like, he's like, it doesn't make any sense. You're checking hiding out and you're again specifically avoiding the internet
And
people,
now you're announcing
and you're
your
worried about
location, so
doxing.
now they know exactly where
Yeah,
your city you're in and all that shit.
yeah, and it was not just the internet, but it was also because she got swatted, whatever, in Canada, and that's why she
Yeah.
left. So if
Well,
you're
and she's
avoiding
announcing to
doxing
the
and
internet
swatting,
what city she's in by putting that truck up there. So.
yeah, yeah, exactly. So yeah, like it's weird because like you could tell she's stalling, trying to come up with a response because she's like, oh yeah, yeah, no, I was gonna go to the truck. And like, so he's like following up, and she's like, oh yeah, but like, what's your point then? Uh, he's like, yeah, it doesn't make any sense. You're hiding out. You're trying to avoid getting doxxed or swatted, and you tell
Oh,
people
somebody's at my
exactly where you're
door.
going to be. Nah, shit. Okay, I'll hold. Yeah.
Okay, the heat wave is over. They were letting me know.
Nice. Oh, well, it's in full effect here. It's like fucking 110 degrees today.
Yeah, that's one of the things. Is it's
Yeah.
been pretty warm the last few days, so I'm gonna be
Mm-hmm.
really happy to finally get my AC unit installed in the window.
Nice.
It's just a
Yeah, my
huge
son has
pain in
that
the
setup.
butt.
Yeah, my son has a similar setup at his mom's. He's got his own AC unit in his room.
Yeah. If you live in a warm enough place, man, it can be a real necessity, honestly.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Actually, it's fuck, man. I should probably get one for mine, dude. Yeah, my
And it's
room is
not,
the
yeah, I
fucking
mean,
hottest in the
I had
house.
to pay like, what did I pay? I think it was only like 400 or 500 for the AC unit, and it's a substantially larger than I absolutely needed.
Nice. Yeah, it's you always want to go bigger as opposed to smaller and that kind of thing. What's up, kitty cat? What's up, kitty?
Yeah. So, well, I had to pay a little more because it's a side mount unit. So it's about five
Mm.
hundred
Oh,
bucks.
yeah. All right. Yeah.
But it's
That's so fucking
10,000
yeah. You know
BTU,
you're
which
gonna
is enough
yeah
for a small apartment. And I'm only
yeah
hooking it up to
yeah
a 100 square foot room, so it'll work really well.
yeah. No, like I said, you want to go bigger. Is just yeah. You don't want to risk it being under. You know, you want to make sure you can make it as cold as you fucking want
Well,
in
in
your
this
room.
this
But
way,
I
it'll
totally get
it'll
it.
have to spend less time being on because
Right,
it'll cool the
right.
room much faster. It won't have to stay on for very long. Is what I'm aiming
Yeah,
for because
makes
it's like
sense.
putting out so much
Yeah,
cool air.
yeah, that's yeah. I would do the same thing, dude. I would
But
make
yeah,
sure I
also
don't
it
be like,
costs a
oh, no,
little
no,
extra
no
because it's a
problem, dude.
side mounting unit.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like the windows, like most AC units are for like windows that come down from the top, like up and down.
Oh, right, right,
And
right.
this is one that you put in a window frame and it has a sideways opening window. So it's got like a bunch of extra shit that comes with it. Like there's a big panel of that I gotta like. I actually needed to buy a hacksaw
Oh, to
because I
cut it to
gotta
the
cut
right
the
length or
fucking
whatever.
panel. I gotta cut the panel with a hacksaw
Yeah.
to get it down to the right size.
Gotcha.
After I've put the unit in the window, and it's like, oh shit.
Yeah, I hear you. No, I remember when I had to buy when I bought my house years ago. I had to go get all the blinds and shit, so I had to have them all cut down. You know, measure all the windows.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so obviously all windows are different sizes or whatever.
Yeah,
And you
exactly. And
go,
you gotta make sure if you're getting like Venetian blinds, I assume.
I don't know, the horizontal.
Yeah, they're like the little metal slat ones where you can open them and close them by just twisting the little rod and it tilts them.
Uh, I went with wood, but yeah,
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. But that's Venetian. That's what Venetian means. Yeah.
gotcha. Not vertical, you mean? So horizontal, not vertical.
Yeah, yeah.
What you're saying?
Horizontal slats that they angle. You can angle them one way to open it and
Yeah,
another way to
yeah,
close it. Yeah.
yeah, and obviously pull them up and down. Yeah,
Yep.
indeed. But yeah, I had to measure each window and go get all those. So yeah, similar thing, I would imagine.
You know what I want now that they have it? Obviously, it's one of the few things that I think is cool. That's like a gimmick. Because most of the times I don't dig that shit. But
Yeah,
I
I hear
like
you.
the idea of the windows that like shade and lighten up with electricity, where
Mm,
the window themselves can be turned like almost black and keep the most of the light out without actually
Oh,
having to
almost like
not be
it.
able to see through the window anymore.
Uh,
But it's
yeah,
all
so
done
almost like it
electronically. There's no
based on
curtains
the
or blinds
signal.
or anything involved.
Yeah, that's
And you
pretty
can keep
crazy.
it and
That's
you
pretty
can
cool.
darken it to the outside so that they can't see in, but you can still see out a little bit and stuff like that. Like that sounds pretty cool to me. I like that idea.
Oh, my mom recently got a bunch of light bulbs that have like a fucking motion sensor, like the light bulbs themselves. I did
Oh,
not know that
interesting.
existed.
Never heard of that.
Yeah, yeah, like in yeah, she got them for the front room because it's constantly if the lights aren't on in there and you walk in bright ass fucking outside during the day, it's super dark. So she got tired of having to flip the switch or do any of that shit. So she just able to, when you're carrying shit in, you don't want to have to fuck with the light switch, that kind
Yeah,
of
yeah,
shit.
oh yeah,
So yeah, she
absolutely.
got a couple of those. Yeah, she got a couple of those for the front room. So yeah, I was like, wow. I didn't ask her how much they were because it seems like something that would be really expensive. Because that's a pretty decent technology. Like the light bulb itself has a sensor to, like a motion sensor. I haven't looked it up yet, but yeah, those are pretty cool.
Let's see, motion
Shit.
sensor.
Yeah, or she also got for like the front, the outside lights, where they're the light sensor thing. So like once starts getting dark, they go to a certain darkness, they turn on. So that's
So
pretty
let's
cool too.
see. It looks like $20 for a pack of two,
It's not horrible,
and it goes
honestly.
as high as 30. Yeah, it looks like as high as 30 and as low as maybe $10 for two for really shitty
Yeah.
cheap
All
Chinese
right, so
ones.
not that bad, really. I
Yeah,
mean,
and it
'cause
looks
that's
like there's
pretty
a
cool
whole range of
technology.
indoor outdoor motion sensor light bulbs. That's crazy. I've never heard of
Yeah.
that.
But yeah, no, the light sensing is pretty cool too. Because if I'm not here ever turn the fucking outside lights on. Like anytime I come home at night, like for whatever reason, nobody ever.
And one of the biggest things that can prevent burglaries is well lit outdoor lights, like lights lighting up your place outdoors really well. Yeah, that makes a big difference.
Yeah, that's why I fucking make sure it's on, man. But yeah, so yeah, that's pretty cool because those kick on. She put the one in the side yard, but honestly, I'm not out. Nobody's out there that often, so I was actually going to tell her that maybe not bother with that. Because other than when I have the
windows on the side,
it's a fenced-in side area. Like it's fenced off from the front yard and the backyard. Like it's just a little, its own little fenced-in area.
Are there doors and windows there?
Let's see. There's the one door leading out.
You should probably leave the light then, just to be on the safe side. If it's just turning on at night, like that's still worth it.
Yeah,
it's unlikely that anyone will come in and break in at night. Most break-ins happen during the day, like when people are at work.
Yeah.
But
although to get to it, you're gonna have to fucking like 5.5 foot fence to get to any of it.
Oh yeah, no, I get it. I understand. I'm just saying.
I guess people breaking in are not going to be deterred by that. Yeah,
a fence isn't going to stop somebody breaking in. They'll just hop it.
Yeah,
I know when I was in my 20s, if I wanted to get past a fence, I'd just climb over it. It's not, not that hard.
Yeah, thieves are not going to be deterred by that either. So, the only other issue with that one being, besides the fact that it's not, nobody goes out there a lot at night, is there's always the doors right, like almost right below the light. So when you open the door, there's always bugs and beetles or fucking whatever. Like there's always some little a decent amount of bugs on the door itself when you open it. So that was the main other reason. Yeah, that was really the main reason why I was like, maybe we shouldn't.
You just don't want to get the bugs in the house.
Yeah,
which is always fucking obnoxious. So I can absolutely understand that one.
Yeah, just lighting it, I wouldn't mind.
In that case, you have to get rid of it. Who cares? Yeah.
Yeah, I just figure, like, again, the likelihood of that bullshit. I'm like, maybe we can leave that one off.
Well, from what you said, you don't live, like, in the heart of town anyway. You're kind of out in the boonies a little bit.
Yeah, for sure. So, yeah, the front one, I absolutely want that thing on. The side one, with all the bugs and shit, like, although I haven't actually brought it up. I was just thinking about it, like maybe we don't need that one, especially if they're essentially $10 a piece or whatever. Not super expensive, but that's not cheap for as far as light bulbs go.
Yeah, no, exactly. It's like a mid-range for a good LED bulb. Like that's not terribly expensive or cheap. Yeah.
Yeah, the light sensor one, the motion sensor price. I thought that would be a lot, like at least $20, $25 a piece for something like that. But the technology, I guess, isn't that advanced nowadays. Just the portability of it, I thought, would be, you know what I mean? That you can fit that kind of shit into a light bulb base is pretty fascinating. Like, that's pretty impressive. So I kind of thought it might be expensive for that reason. Because obviously motion detecting or light detecting itself is not that complicated, or not, whatever. Not that advanced. But getting it to work consistently, just being, shoved into the base of a light bulb, that's actually pretty impressive, even for nowadays. Or that's what I think. I don't know. We should probably stop talking about this. It's not that big of an issue.
Why did the vamp?
Oh no.
Yeah.
Oh, did you see the
Yeah, so yeah.
What was it? It was a murder investigation. So what was I'm looking, scrolling down. What was the name of the video? Because I posted it. Oh, did I not post it? I could have sworn I posted it.
No.
But it's the one where, like, the guy's story is that the woman stabbed herself. And at first you're like, that's fucking retarded. Right? But then, like, by the end of the video, you're like, no, that probably is what happened. Holy shit, that's fucked up. Because not only is he saying, like, look, she was on a lot of drugs. She was drinking constantly. She had been doing a lot of both that night and was flipping out and was normally and had a lot of mental health issues. And
So
she
it's like,
just
yeah, I know it looks
fucking-
like I killed her, but
yeah, and he's and like his
Yeah.
responses in there, like when you're watching the video at first, you're like, oh yeah, he's just putting on a show, but they're not really fake. It makes sense for somebody who was really, really drunk and had just watched his ex-girlfriend like fucking stab herself in front of him, and then now was being accused of stabbing her because he did the right thing, which is he. Yeah, they one of the reasons they convicted him. He is convicted. So, like, which is too bad. But, like, the funny thing is, the only people that agree that he did it is, like, the DA and the girl's friend. Her whole family is like, no, yeah, she probably did stab herself. She was out of her fucking mind.
Yeah.
And they absolutely, like, have gone on record defending him and saying, no, you've got the wrong person. She stabbed herself. Like, and the evidence is fucking crazy. Like, the mental health evidence is overwhelming. Like, she was borderline personality, all sorts of other shit going on. So, clearly, horrible person to deal with in a regular basis. But she had knives that were bloody all over her fucking house. Because she was constantly harming herself. Yeah, so the idea that she would be, like, really, really, really fucking high and really fucking drunk. Yeah. And her ex-boyfriend that had been like an on-again, off-again kind of relationship was finally saying, like, no, I'm absolutely not going to get back together with you ever again. Like, we're not ever going to be a couple. I'm moving on forever. You know, that could definitely set her off to, you know, fucking kill herself, man. But I doubt she realized she was going to.
Oh, right. Yeah, she probably thought.
Yeah, she probably thought she'd stab herself and be fine.
Cutting. Yeah, and she fucked up and actually ended up killing herself.
Most likely she was going to blame the guy. I mean, come on, let's all be real.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, fucking borderline chick. Oh, yeah, no. If she's going to check out, she definitely wants the guy that rejected her to hurt, to suffer.
Oh, yeah, so, she's going to want him in prison for stabbing her, even though she's the one that stabbed herself. So
yeah, but it's also possible she didn't want to. She was trying to like frame him, but wasn't planning on.
Yeah, that's what I figured is most likely what was going through her head. Yeah, but yeah, I thought it was crazy because I was watching the video and I'm like, man, they're being awfully lenient to this guy. They're being like, you know, the first mistake he made was talking to the police without an attorney, and it's like all that kind of shit, and you're like, oh no, he didn't do it, did he? And then as you hear all the evidence and everything, because they don't really come out and say, like, he's innocent. They just say, like, here's all the evidence supporting him being innocent. Here's all the evidence they had supporting her being, you know, him being guilty. And it's like, other than the fact that he was there, there's not a goddamn piece of evidence to support any sort of violence from him towards her in the past or anything like that. It was just like...
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was pretty nuts.
Dr. Ronde always does the inculpatory shit at the end.
Yeah.
So here's the inculpatory evidence. Here's the exculpatory evidence, and then he'll give his opinion. Like, all right, yeah, no, I think they did it, and I think it's beyond. I think they did it, but there's not enough crime, like enough evidence to convict, or what. You know, he'll give his opinion.
Yeah. There's always like a question at the end of like, you know, did this person do it or not? Yes or no, and then there's always, you know. And is there enough evidence to prove it, or are they going to walk away free, even though they definitely did it?
Yeah, so he kind of goes off of what he thinks. Makes it very clear, like, you know, that's what I think happened. But as far as what they can prove in court, maybe not, like that kind of thing.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of times when there's, like, one of the things that's interesting is the more of these I watch, and I don't watch that much of them, I watch them occasionally. But it becomes really, really clear that 90% of what gets you convicted is talking to the police without an attorney.
Yeah.
Like, a lot of these people could have definitely gotten away with murder. Not that I'm not glad they
Right.
didn't. I'm glad they got caught. I'm glad they're in prison. I'm glad they're getting executed or whatever.
Oh yeah.
But holy shit, if I'm ever pulled into the fucking police station for questioning, I don't give a fuck why I'm asking for an attorney.
Yeah.
I don't care if it's in relation to they think I did it or they think somebody else did it and that I have information that they need. We're going through an attorney.
Yeah,
Like,
if you're
they
reading
have
me my
to
rights.
give me a free. They have to give me a free lawyer. I'll take that free lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah, it's one thing if they're fucking like, hey, you might know something about something, but you're not guilty. Yeah, it's the one thing.
No,
But
no.
what they're
Even if
bringing you
that's the
down to the
case, even if
station,
that's the case, I still want an attorney.
yeah. Yeah.
I don't care what.
Actually, yeah.
Whether I'm being accused or not doesn't have anything to do with it for me. Anytime
there's
if I
kind
have
of no
to talk to the
advantage.
police for any kind of questioning, formal, informal, accusatory or not, I want a fucking attorney.
Yeah, that definitely is the best policy. It's amazing how many lawyers don't do that when they're in the situation. Like that happens
They're
almost
attorneys,
every
so
time.
they know better.
Yeah, but they don't.
No.
Like almost all of them will still talk to the cops. They're like they're very adamant about you making sure you have a. And when they get arrested, they don't.
Every time, it's crazy how often
Yeah,
it is.
yeah. They're like, oh no, I am the lawyer, so that works out somehow. Like, no, dude. You need
The
another
only
set of
lawyers
eyes.
that I've ever watched who I trust their advice on a legal sense, like on YouTube, and I don't just watch them for like the entertainment, is the used car guy. The guy who's primarily all his legal work is in helping people who've gotten like used cars or new cars and are having issues with like the dealership
Like
or
lemon
something
law
like that.
kind of shit. Yeah.
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
lemon laws and stuff like that. And he does some DUI stuff and whatnot. So, but nothing super crazy. Like it's mostly pretty standard car lot stuff. Because as he put it, and he put it very very succinctly, and I was like, oh yeah, definitely. He's every time he's ever had to do anything in court where he wasn't the attorney, he got an attorney.
Yeah.
And it's like, yup.
Yeah,
that's
just
exactly
the lack
how
of
you fucking do it. It's like, you're
the
not.
lack of objectivity alone is a good enough reason. Yeah, if you're involved, you're going to objectivity to some degree, no matter how much you think you can be objective.
Even if it's like a car thing, it's better to have somebody else to bounce stuff off of at the very least that's also an attorney who's not involved in the case.
Yeah, who doesn't have any kind
just
of
like try to do
emotional
it
investment.
yourself every time. And it's like, yup. That's a guy when he says something like is a good idea or a bad idea, I'm gonna fucking listen. Because he's smart enough to know that he isn't perfect and that he's gonna fuck up. And that there's situations where even though he may supposedly have the expertise, it's still a better idea to have somebody else do the dirty work, so to speak.
Yeah. But yeah, almost every lawyer is like, nope, I'm too smart. I know the law too well, so I'm gonna not get a lawyer with me. Yeah, you're like, dude. Yeah, no matter what you think about your own skills, how can it not be either a wash at the worst or beneficial to have another guy that knows a shitload about the law with you?
Right, exactly.
2 lawyers would be generally, you would think, would be better than one.
Yep, 100% of the time, in my opinion.
Yeah. I like Nate the lawyer seems to be pretty objective on his shit.
I would say he's probably the only other person I might listen to as far as like getting legal advice from or what he has to say in regards to like some sort of legal issue.
Yeah. Like I said, he's caught a bunch of shit from the Ricada fans for just
but then
saying
again, they're all a bunch of
things.
idiots anyway. Like, they're still holding water for that guy.
Yeah. Yeah.
They're like,
Yeah.
what?
So
He's
again, like,
innocent.
how do
It's
you?
like,
Like
dude.
he's pointing out, like, dude, I know this guy. Like, I consider us friends. I'm just telling you what's going on legally. Like, what? You're getting mad at me for being telling the truth, or what I see as the truth, or what I think is going on, even. And they're like fucking like trying to ram on me for it. You guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah.
Like, yeah,
It's,
that should make him more valuable. You fucking dumbasses.
yeah, none of
Like,
it
yeah,
makes
you can listen to
sense.
just the lawyers that tell you what you want to think. And then it fucks, well, it wouldn't really fuck any of them over. It would just fuck Ricade over, I guess. But yeah, like, why would you not want to know the fucking truth?
Uh-oh, this group is having problems. Somebody just made a post on, I was hanging out with some people doing karaoke in some random room, and I got invited to another karaoke group, like a different group that does karaoke stuff. And so I joined
Right?
up to see what kind of stuff they do, because like maybe they do stuff on nights that I don't already have karaoke stuff, or you know, other events or something like that that might be fun to check out. Maybe stuff during the day instead of all in the middle of the night.
Yeah.
And now I just see a thing about how like other, you know, any staff members who are rude and inappropriate with other staff members will be removed from the staff. And I was like, oh, we've had some drama,
Wow.
have we?
Good times.
You could always tell when there's like fresh drama because it's everybody's mad.
Right. Oh shit! I forgot the cat's out there. All right,
Oh no!
Luke. Hey, Luke. No kitty cat. Leave the kitty cat alone. Leave the kitty cat
Oh,
alone.
you don't think that's gonna work, right?
No, it doesn't. But he's at least wary, I guess. So I at least know he's expecting to be held back, I guess. It actually makes a little bit of a difference.
Fair
Like,
enough.
if I don't say anything and he sees the cat, he just bolts at it. And again, he's not
true.
trying to hurt it. He just wants to, you know, it's a new living organism for a fucking, you know, a new friend. So yeah, he's not going to try to eat the cat or anything. But the cat, very skittish. And again, if my theory about how the cat lost the tail is correct, that would be pretty understandable. If it did just go, you know, find itself in the wrong fucking yard and a dog bit off half its tail,
yeah.
yeah, it's going to be very. I mean, dogs and cats anyway. You know what I mean?
Dogs
very,
and cats in general don't get along because they have opposing body language.
Yeah.
Dog's play mode is similar to cat's threat mode and vice versa.
Yeah. Once they get along, they're pretty, you know, it's really cute.
No, yeah,
Like,
there's an adjustment phase. It's like like it's similar to any relationship. Like, you know, you're like dating somebody or you're friends with somebody and you haven't been hung out very often. At a certain point, you eventually become more comfortable around them because you've started to like subconsciously map their body language and you understand it, yeah.
Yeah.
You like, because you know, everybody has like big, broad indicators that are kind of like everybody does the same thing in a culture, right?
Yeah.
You know, like you can kind of tell, you know, most people when they're mad or upset or like extreme reactions to emotions. You know, most people can tell that with each other, just with like any other human. But then there's like the subtle things that are like specific to that person that you eventually learn over time as you get to know them better.
Indeed. Yeah, the cats don't. No, that's not your food. Get out of there. Don't eat the kitty's food. Leave it. Good boy. Oh, sorry. But yeah. Although even within dogs, there's different like body language issues.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
Like I've seen videos of like huskies, like the Golden Retriever channel they watch. Like that, they were watching somebody's husky for a few days, and they're both super playful. It seems like, but the energy, the frequency of the energy is very different. Like,
Oh yeah, if you have like a
like,
dog that's like
yeah.
a very sedentary, like hang out and just chill dog, and a dog
Mhm.
that's like super fucking hyperactive and wants to go play all the time. Oh,
Yeah,
there
well,
could be
both of
some
them
fucking
do,
drama
but it's
between those
one.
dogs, man.
Yeah, well, no, both breeds are actually highly energetic. Like, the Goldens are super mellow, but they still want to be doing shit all the time. Like, you know what I mean? Like, they're, but it's a lot more laid back than a husky. How a husky plays and how the husky's energy is.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's weird to watch them because literally, like the older dog, because it's Tucker Budson channel or whatever. The older dog Tucker, and then they actually got one of his kids when they had him breed with whatever other dog, female dog. They actually got one of the puppies, and that's the other dog, Todd. Because Todd is like looking at him like, what the fuck? Like he's kind of jumpy, right? Because the thing, it's a husky's kind of jumping around and shit, and he's like, whoa, whoa, like what the fuck, dude? And it's funny because the older dog just kind of looks at him. His son kind of gives a look at him, and the old dog just kind of like looks away and just walks away, like you're on your own, kid. If you want to try to play with that, go ahead. But yeah, like they're pointing out. Like I was looking in the comments, they're like, no, that's them signaling. That's how they play. That they want to play. But that's a completely different signal than what a golden retriever does.
Yeah.
So yeah, even within dogs, that can be different. So yeah, the fact that cats and dogs, are different like that, not that big of a shock. But it really is. It's adorable once they get to know each other.
Yeah, yeah.
Once they
They
fucking
learn each
willing to
other's
hang out.
language, it's pretty good. Good, yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I shared the video of the Bernese dog just chomping on the fucking cat's head, right?
Yeah, yeah, where it puts the whole cat's head in its mouth.
Yeah, it's literally just chomping down on his head. And the cat like knows and trusts him that he's not trying to fucking hurt him. And yeah, I thought that even amongst breeds like that, the Bernese or a fucking golden, I found even that pretty impressive. That the fucking dog was giant fucking Bernese mountain dog. It was able to be gentle enough that the cat wasn't worried about getting hurt by playing with it.
Well, like, there's
What
like
about
dogs and cats that get real fucking rough with each other too.
Yeah, yeah. Indeed. Yeah. Although the cats are usually, they're not using their claws. Like when they swipe and shit, they're keeping their claws retracted for the most part. Although not always. It's fucking weird too. But usually, yeah. There's a video of one of the other golden channels where like the mom who was cool with the dog already, the mom cat had given birth to kittens, and totally trusted the dog to be around the kittens and not fuck with them.
Oh yeah, that's always a big sign.
Yeah, 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 dude, it's so cute when these tiny little kittens are literally just fucking like crawling all over these dogs, doing the weird fucking kneading dough thing they do with I don't know what you fucking call it, but their front paws where they kind of push down them. Yeah, whatever the fuck you call that. Yeah, they're doing that on the dog's back.
That's a good question.
Yeah, I've heard it. A few different ways, like kneading dough. Other terms, I can't think of any of those right now. Yeah, fuck, it's adorable, but yeah, it's funny that. Well, I guess again, a dog, especially in that area, like on their back, is not particularly sensitive, so it's not hurting them. They got a bunch of fur.
Yeah.
But
well,
yeah, you can see the cats
things
digging
people
their
get
claws
really
into
upset over, like bark collars and stuff like that. But
right.
the reality is that the way dogs sense that versus the way a human would is different. Dogs just don't have as many like pain receptors.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. They definitely do not seem to. Yeah, unless I'm like, one time I caught his foot in the door. Not all the way, obviously, but yeah, he yipped. Obviously, that's gonna hurt. But there's in times where like we fucking bump into each other, smack his nose, and I'm fucking hurting, and he's acting nothing.
Oh yeah,
you know what I mean? Like he feels nothing, and I'm like, fuck, god damn it. And I'm like, are you okay? And he's just like, what are you talking about? Looking at me like, what? Something happened? What did I
yeah.
miss?
Dogs can handle a lot
Yeah,
more
definitely
roughhousing than
powerless.
humans.
Indeed.
Because, like, look at how, like, when two dogs are playing, look at how rough they get with their teeth with each other, you know?
Mm, yeah, dude. There's the one. Fuck, I don't know if I shared it, but it was with the Bernese when I first got the Bernese Mountain Dog. And he was meeting the old golden retriever. This particular part wasn't probably part of that, but the golden retriever at some point has literally grabbed that thing like a full mouthful of like its ear and scalp, and is just tugging on it, dude. And the fucking Bernice is just like still smiling, happy as fuck. Puppy, like maybe 8 to 10 weeks old,
Yeah.
and like even that's just not bothering him at all. I'm like, dude, how does that not hurt?
Eh.
Hmm.
Yeah, and it's not like
But
dogs
yeah,
can't
again,
feel pain. Like,
obviously,
yeah, you know, you catch the foot in the fucking drawer or a door or
mhm.
something, it's gonna fucking hurt. But, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, it's usually got to be something with their bones, though. Like it seems like their skin is very insensitive
Oh,
to
I mean, they get
pain.
carried around by it, you know?
Yeah, yeah,
It
indeed.
would not make sense from an evolutionary standpoint that they would not develop, like, kind of some immunity to pain, you know?
Yeah, especially in those areas. Yeah, yeah, yeah. So the bones are going to be something you definitely want to feel pain. So I assume they're far more sensitive
Mm-hmm.
than the actual extra skin they got hanging on it. Yeah, I
100%.
remember when. Yeah, when this dog got sick when he was a puppy. Um, because I didn't know a whole lot about dogs. I like dogs, but I didn't know a whole lot about dogs or cats or any of that shit really. Um, so when they told me that like you'd give them the ID, you're like, yeah, pull up the skin and get tented or whatever they call it. It's supposed to be look like similar to a tent. So you pull it up, it's
Mm.
kind of a V shape, tented. You slide that in there, and then the water will get in there, and there'll be a big bulge under his skin of all the water you just fucking put into it through the IV. And I'm like, holy shit! I did not know that dogs were like you could do that. So there'd just be this fucking like grapefruit sized fucking bulge in this fucking neck of all the water you just put into it, and that somehow manages to get absorbed. So it's almost like most of the skin is not directly attached. It's weird, or at least you know what I mean. Like it's only attached in
Yeah.
certain spots. There's so much space in between whatever the fuck else is under there, and it just slides around. And obviously, there's room for a shitload of water to go in there. That's for sure. Because yeah, it would be like an entire IV bag of water, like dripping. You know, obviously not right away, but or immediately, but yeah, dripping in. So it's a big fucking huge bulge.
Mm-hmm.
Like wow, that would look fucking very disturbing on a human. Like if you put water under human skin like that, so there's just a big ass fucking softball or like
I've seen
grapefruit
that.
size fucking
I fucking saw that.
yeah, yeah, like
Um,
goiters and shit.
I was some junkie came in to not Sears, Safeway when I worked there, and he
Oh,
was
interesting.
well, he didn't come into the store. We had to go out and kick him out of the parking lot because he was harassing people for money in a very aggressive manner.
Oh,
Because the general rule
gotcha.
is we don't allow people to, you know, ask people for money
Panhandle.
outside the store and panhandle. Like we don't want that out there.
It's
But
understandable.
if nobody's complaining, we just don't care. Or I mean, at the
Yeah,
time when I worked
yeah.
there, I don't work there anymore, obviously. But this dude had a softball-sized fucking growth on the side of his arm, presumably something to do with an infected needle or something.
Yeah, probably an abscess from missing the vein. Yeah,
And
I've heard a lot. I've heard a lot about that.
we were like, dude, we can call you an ambulance if you want, but you got to leave one way or
Either
the
way,
other. Like
yeah,
you're not welcome here. And it was
yeah. You
disturbing
can't be
looking. Like he
fucking
was like,
harassing.
no, it's fine, it's fine, and he'd like slap himself on the arm. I'm doing great.
Dude.
And we're like, you're
Yeah,
fucking high as balls. I can tell.
yeah, yeah, yeah. No, yeah. You look like you're, sir. Yes, I agree. Get the fuck out of here anyway.
Yeah, the problem is
Yeah,
aggressive
no, I think,
panhandling usually turns into aggression sooner or later.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, especially if they're, anywhere near withdrawal starting to kick in.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and they're going to get very aggressive. Yeah,
Very aggressive if they don't get
no, I heard
what they
that.
feel like they need or want.
Hmm. Yeah, no, I've heard a lot of stories about the abscesses from dudes missing, women, actually, yeah, from people missing the vein and huge scars on like their arms and shit from it. Yeah, it's pretty common with the junkies. Anybody shooting up, you're gonna miss the vein on occasion.
Oh yeah, but I always felt bad about that when I had to go chase people off. But it was funny because I remember at one point I was at the dance hall I used to go do like swing dancing, and that was more
Right,
of a young adult children's like thing. But there were plenty of older people there too. It was just, but primarily it was for like high school age and like mid-20s range like kids. And so they definitely did not want anybody hanging out in the parking lot that didn't like belong there. So like they would
right.
if there was like a homeless person, they'd go chase them off or whatever. And they had me go. One of the guy that runs the place had asked me and some other guy to go with him, so that it wasn't like too dangerous to approach the homeless guy because he was worried he would get attacked on his own because the guy was kind of dodgy.
Yeah, a little skittish.
And I went and had
yeah.
a conversation with the guy, and I was like, "Here you go. Have a cigarette. Hey, look, man. There's a lot of kids here, and the people that run the place. This is private property, and they don't want you here. So you're gonna have to go. I'm sorry if this is where you were planning on spending the night, but it's not gonna work, and they'll call the cops, and you'll go up there, and if you don't, so." I just ask you to leave. And then, like, I couldn't get halfway through the conversation before this fucking retard, the other guy, starts screaming at him, like, "Get the fuck out of here, you fucking junkie." Blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like,
what are you doing, buddy?
what the fuck is wrong with you? Like, just fucking go talk to this person like a person. And 99.9% of the time, they'll be like, "Hey, all right, I get it," and they'll move on.
Yeah. Give them the opportunity to do something worth yelling at before you start fucking yelling.
Treat them like a person. Like walk up and be like, "Hey, man," because I smoked at the time. I'm like, "You want to smoke? Yeah, have a smoke." And then we'll have a cigarette and we'll chat, and I'll ask you to go, and then you go, and then we'll be fine. And it would have worked out great, but it was just like this guy tried to turn it into a fight. Like, this dude wasn't threatening anyone, and this dude just starts screaming and yelling at him, and it's like, you're not macho. Like, he was acting like he was a big fucking cock of the walk. I'm like, you're not macho. I'm like, look.
Yeah, you had to get two dudes to come with you. Fuck you, you're not macho.
The owner isn't the one that did it. It was the other guy he brought in.
Oh, okay.
And this kid was like a 19, 20-year-old kid. And I think I was like early 30s. Like, I was like late 20s, early 30s at the time. I can't remember specifically which. But I just remember thinking, like, if this dude, if the guy that ran the event wasn't here, I'd beat your ass. Like, I would beat this motherfucker's ass, not because I was particularly angry, but because he needs to learn a valuable lesson on, like, you treat people with respect unless you've been given a reason not to. And this dude just happening to be in the parking lot and you don't like that, you don't get to act like that. That's a shitty way to treat a person, and I will fuck you up
that's
if you do it again in front of me. I want to make it clear, like, fucking, there will be consequences. And the main reason I do that is I would have done it was because, man, I'm going to kick his ass. But that, he's going to fuck with the wrong homeless dude one of these times and just get stabbed. You fucking knifed and killed in a parking lot. And you could have avoided that whole problem just by talking to the person like a person. Because, like, panhandlers can be a pain in the ass. But just your random run-of-the-mill homeless dude who's not bothering anybody, he's just chilling, they don't generally start anything. Like, they don't want a fucking problem. They don't want to go to jail. They just want to fucking be left alone. And it's usually pretty safe to hang out, like, and chat with them and be like, "Hey, what's up? All right, cool, I've even had some of them offer me money.
Wow.
Like if they've
Like
got
to
their
let them
money for
stay
like
or
their
something?
booze or their drugs, they'll be like, "Hey, this guy just gave me like $6. You want it? I don't really need it. I got my stuff for the day."
It's weird.
I'm shit you not.
No, I believe you. I don't think you're lying about
It
it.
was
But
one of
that,
the
yeah,
it
it's
was
fucking
one of
crazy.
the most stunning moments in my life because I had to think really quick of a way to say, "Nah, dude,
I
you're a
don't need your
homeless
fucking money.
guy. I'm at
Yeah,
work
I'm not
earning
taking
my
money.
money. I'm gonna make way more money in the next couple of hours than you're gonna make getting like random cars stopping in the middle of the night to drop you cash. So
Yeah,
keep your cash, dude. You're gonna need it for
yeah,
tomorrow." Like
yeah, yeah.
I
I'm
was
gonna go
like,
ahead and
"No,
plan
I
ahead
work two
for you.
jobs. I'm pretty set for cash. I don't need any right now, and I
Mm,
appreciate the offer, but I'm good. Thank you." You know.
Yeah, I'm gonna plan ahead for you and not take your $6,
Yeah, I couldn't
so you'll have
justify
it
that to
tomorrow.
myself. But I did think it was
Yeah,
funny though.
yeah. No, it's fucking hilarious, dude. That's yeah. I've never heard of that, dude. That's fucking amazing.
Yeah. Oh, the worst are the ones that like pretend that they have some sort of problem and then they want you to give them like $10.
Oh
Like they're
yeah.
not even asking for spare change or can you spare some money or something. They're like, "I need like $10, motherfucker." And then if you offer them food, they
Yeah.
tell you to fuck off.
Oh yeah, dude. That is pretty funny. Like, oh yeah, no, I'm gonna go to the McDonald's right now. Something. Like, fuck
It's like,
you.
"Well, I'm not going to give you any money, but I'll
You.
buy you a loaf of bread and some peanut butter and jelly." You know, you fucking take that with
Mm-hmm.
you.
Leave it though.
Eat on that
Lay
for a
back.
couple of days. You know?
Indeed.
Oh, it's about, unless we have anything else to bring up, it's about time, I think.
Alright. Yeah, no, I'm good. I don't have anything.
Yeah, I can't think of anything else either, yeah.
Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, nobody